Everything's working just fine. Let's see what we got here. Welcome on to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Or just gentlemen. Gotta entertain the guys. Cushman says, Daddy. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome on to KB Sports Talk Live. We are here and we are live. What's going on, guys? Make sure I see you guys in the chat. There we go. Chat's working just fine. We got everybody in here. We got our guys in here. Mr. Invincible, Mike Nixon, 585, The Rock, DJ Rushman. I think that's how you say it. Izzy is in the building. What's going on, guys? What's going on? You got my likes? I guess that's what it. I guess that was me. Yeah, guys. Say what The Rock just said. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Some thumbs up. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me, guys. Appreciate you guys joining on the show. By the way, I got 2 ESPN videos that I sent to you on Instagram. All right, my friend. Thank you guys for that. We will get right into the Instagram videos. Instagram videos. We will get into the video segment soon. So, if you guys are new to KB Sports Talk Live, we're going to be talking some football. Not just Giants football, just broad NFL. Of course, we're going to be focusing on the G-men. But we're going to be talking some Giants football, broad NFL football, and then I also allow you guys we get to watch videos together. Of course, sports related. I mean, I like the funny ones, but if they're like crazy takes or whatever, I always like watching that as well. I know Mike Nixon sent some, so we'll talk about that. If any of you guys have anything to suggest, we'll get to it. And then we get to the call-ins. Now, I like to try to keep the call-ins very, very short, just because I don't want it to drag on, because we have a lot of other stuff to talk about. Mr. Invincible, by the way, Mr. Invincible is a Patriots fan, so we will be getting to talk about the Giants versus the Patriots. We've got NC Sports Talk in the building. Noah Cahill, what's going on? Make sure you guys subscribe to my guy, Noah. He is, on the rise right now. He got in quickly to almost at 2K subscribers, so help him get to 2,000 subscribers, guys. Appreciate you guys doing that for me. I'm great, Noah. I'm fantastic. I'm working on the preview for the New York Giants versus New England Patriots. And I'll tell you right now, you guys are going to love my 3 keys to success, just so you guys know. I wrote the script down already, and I think you guys are going to like the 3 keys to success. I'm not going to spoil nothing. But y'all are going to like it. Let's see here. Kid Blue, the Jags have the top 5 scoring offense right now. I'm a lot for words. But, hey, man, it is what it is. Gardner Minshew's really stepping up. When people are saying that Nick Foles' visions, I don't know. You're going to have to let me know on this one, man. But is Nick Foles able to come back sometime this year? Is that a thing? Or is he knocked out because of collarbone? Aaron Rodgers 2 times had broken collarbones. I believe he came back in both those seasons. Because he got injured early on in the season, was able to come back. So is Nick Foles able to come back? Nick Foles is a thing in like week 11. Okay, week 11. Okay, all right. Jordan Horn says he's done. I think he's just Jordan. I know we're a little salty today, Jordan. I know. I apologize for making that Cleveland Browns video. Listen, I had to. All right. But guys, we've got the official drink of the KB Sports Talk. Let me grab it real quick. Let me grab it real quick. Hold on. People would think it's Powerade or Vanilla Coke, because you guys know I love Powerade and Vanilla Coke. But this is the official drink of KB Sports Talk Live. It's Ocean Spray Cran Grape. You guys got to get with the Ocean Spray Cran Grape, okay? This stuff will change your life, all right? This was the original drink of the Kid Blue RB27 channel, all right? And yes, gotta drink out the bottle because nobody else in my house likes it. So it's mine. Oh, so refreshing. That's good. That's real good. All right. We will beat the Patriots. I hope we do beat the Patriots, Mustafa. I hope we do. What's going on, MH? Welcome on to the show. Jordan says it's all good, bro. It's just a game. I know, man. I know. And yeah, I made that video for the Cleveland Browns fans. I wanted to make that for the Cleveland Browns fans. I want you guys to realize, from another fan's point of view, Cleveland Clowns. All right, guys, let's see here. The Jags have been inconsistent, though. Yeah, they have been inconsistent, but, I mean, they're not fantastic. I don't think anybody expected them to be Super Bowl contenders or even, like, high playoff contenders. I thought they would be good and compete in the AFC South. But I don't think too much of the Jags. I like their defense still, even though they're not the same defense they used to be. But I still like them. Kid Blue, I have a cup of cran grape. Well, sorry, man. I already drank out of it. I mean, it is what it is. Grape is like the only good version of Ocean Spray. Yeah, cran grape. You gotta get with the cran grape. But grape is good too. Grape juice is good too. Yeah, guys. But welcome on to the show. Listen, we're gonna talk about the New York Giants first and foremost, man. What's going on with the New York Giants? And this might be a little bit of a small show today. We don't have too much viewers today. Might be a small show today. Oh, God, here we go. OGR is in the building, and he wants to let you know he is in the building, dropping the $10 boom on us today. OGR says, what is good, man? Cleveland getting embarrassed was awesome. P.S. I will be doing a ticket giveaway on Tana's channel at some point this week. The giveaway is the game we're going to. Okay. So I don't know if you just came up with an extra ticket or something. That's a good idea, OGR. Not bad, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Everybody go on and sub up to OGR. I noticed that you did post a rant, OGR, a New York Giants rant. I will be checking that out as soon as I can. I saw it pop up on my news feed, on my notifications, but I wasn't able to check it out, but I will be able to check it out soon. King Justice says OGR is literally he's awesome, man. He's awesome. Kid Blue, what is the 27 squad? MH, you know what the 27 squad is. You're in the 27 squad, man. All my subs are in the 27 squad. It's the squad. It's my squad. It's my squad. That's the 27 squad, man. I already went into the origins of what 27 means to me and all that stuff in last show. So you guys can check out last show if you guys want to hear all that stuff. But like I said, let's talk about the New York Giants, man. Let's talk about Thursday, right? Thursday Night Football. I love Thursday Night Football. A lot of people hate Thursday Night Football. I like Thursday Night Football because during the week, I'm itching, I'm scratching, I'm coughing, I'm just fiending for some football. And Thursday is when I can get a taste of some football. Now, I haven't been able to predict these games too well, okay? Straight up, I am 0-5. 0-5 predicting these games. But last week, I had my first against the spread win, which I was crazy to me because the spread was at 1.5 points, and I chose Los Angeles to cover that 1.5, thinking they would win the game. Because to me, 1.5 is the same thing as them winning the games outright. But I mean, they only lost by a point, so I got that win against the spread, and I'm just gonna shut my mouth and say that I knew it was gonna happen the whole time. But Thursday Night Football, I love Thursday Night Football. A lot of people don't like Thursday Night Football, but listen, we shouldn't be expecting a beatdown. Don't know what the spread is. I imagine it's going to be about 16, 17 points. Daniel Jones, I believe, he's going to have a rookie-type game. But a lot of you guys are saying Daniel Jones didn't have a great... You're still defending Daniel Jones, which is right. But Daniel Jones played a lot better game than you guys thought. I mean, I want to do my film review soon. I don't have time to, but I watched Daniel Jones on film, and man, he looks great. He looks great against the Minnesota defense, man. He was awesome. He got hit. He got knocked around. He wasn't scared a bit. He really impressed me, man. Put a tear in my eye. That guy did. But CP is lost next game. Yeah, right? I mean, that's all we got to say about this Patriots game, man. It's a loss, you know. We're going to get embarrassed on Thursday night. But I'll tell you right now, guys, if somehow, the New York Giants, if Daniel Jones somehow wins this game, I mean, let's just talk about hypotheticals here. Let's talk about hypotheticals, okay? We're not going to talk about realism. Let's not get into that right now. We don't want to talk about realism, okay? We have no Saquon. We don't have anybody, Mustafa. You're completely right, but we have nobody. We don't have anybody. So let's talk about hypotheticals. If the Giants win this game, if Daniel Jones win this game somehow, some way, he better be crowned as MVP. He better be crowned as Rookie of the Year. He better do something. It's something in that Giants blue that really takes down the big bad enemies like the New England Patriots, right? Like, what a story it would be for Eli. Everybody knows Eli's being the Patriot killer, right? What a story it would be for Eli Jr., Daniel Jones, in his rookie season to face the New England Patriots at New England to get the win. What a storyline it would be. You know? Gardner is better. Pizzle predicted us to win. No surprise there. All my respect to Pizzle. I love Cop Pizzle. Worked with him a couple times. And I wanted to work with him soon. He reached out. I want to do something with Pizzle, but man, Pizzle has an amount of hope and faith that I can't see myself having, to say the least. I can't see myself thinking the Giants are going to pull out this win. Now, I'll always want a miracle to happen. In the back of my mind, I'm going to watch this game. By the way, guys, if you guys want to show up for my stream, I will be streaming this game. I'm going to be streaming this game with you guys if you guys want to, Kid Blue, I played you in fantasy last week. I know, then you probably got the loss there, man. You got the L handed to you. I got my first win. Everybody, let me get a round of applause. I had my first win in fantasy this week. That's right. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Thank you so much. All right. But, man, if the Giants pull out this win, I want to have that faith. I really do want to have that faith that the Giants can somehow pull off this win. There were plays to be made on Sunday, and no one made a play over the defender. Not one. Shepard, Engram, all of them dropped a lot of balls. Yeah, that's right. I lost by 3 points. I wasn't paying attention. I know. You didn't change your lineup. I saw Mitch Trubisky in there, and I was just like, I ain't gonna say nothing. He was starting Mitch Trubisky. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna get this easy dub real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, alright, so injury update for you guys. Now, my preview's coming out soon. Hopefully, you guys still watch the preview. I'm kind of going to be previewing this. I won't be getting my 3 keys to success. That's going to remain secretly hidden inside the preview video, so you guys can check out my 3 keys to success. As you guys know, it's very vital to the Giants' success and failure of each game. So, just the injury update for you guys. I know Tay Davis has a possibility of coming back, coming off that concussion. Cop Pizzle said it in his video. I think a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. I watched a Cop Pizzle video recently, and he said, everybody's concussed. Even I'm concussed. And I completely agree with you, Cop Pizzle. I'm concussed too. I'm over here seeing stars. Everybody's getting concussed. Sterling Shepard, his second concussion of the season. And we got to talk about Sterling Shepard. I wanted to make a separate video for Sterling Shepard. We got to worry about his NFL career. We have to worry about his NFL career now. You guys know concussions are one of the biggest reasons for people retiring early in the NFL. It's that and torn ACLs. Okay? The broken fingers, the broken ankle, whatever it is, pectoral, whatever, is not as big as concussions. Concussions lead to severe brain damage. It can lead to you being paralyzed, all that stuff. CTE. Everybody knows Antonio Brown has had one too many concussions in his life. Jordan Reed is thinking that he might even retire. The Washington Redskins tight end has had too many concussions to date. Gronkowski retired for other issues and injury. Shut up, Gronk. You get injured like when you wake up out of bed, okay? He gets concussed when he wakes up out of bed. Rob Gronkowski said he had over like 20-something concussions, something like that. It might be even more than that. I mean, concussions are a big deal in the NFL, guys. It really is. Even with these helmets, these really high-class helmets, it's still a big problem. We have to worry about Sterling Shepard's career now. He just got paid. We paid him some big money. We paid him some number one wide receiver type money. Bottom of the barrel number one wide receiver type money compared to other guys out there. But we still paid him a lot of money, and he's getting his second concussion of his career, of his season so far. I believe he's had 2 other concussions in his career. One was in college, and I think he had a head cranial migraine, which I want to say it's a nice way of saying concussion in 2017. So He's had some head issues, man. He has some head issues. Gronk wakes up hurt, savage. Yeah, he's had some issues, man. So Sterling Shepard, I'm concerned about him. He's not going to be. He's week to week now. I don't think he's going to miss just one game. I think he's going to be out. They might even put him on IR and re-sign Benny Fowler. That might be a thing. I really benched Matt Breida, Will Fuller, and Aaron Jones. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Bilal. There's no way. You had all three of those guys on your team. Who'd you start over them? Let's talk about this. Who did you start over Matt Breida, Will Fuller, and Aaron Jones? Now, I'm not going to say that you should have known that. I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to say you missed out on some points, man. You missed out on some points. Board and Arrow, BNA. What's going on? Welcome on to the stream, my friend. Always a big part of the streams, always a big part of my videos. Appreciate you joining in. Screw the Texans. Visions, being the Jags fan that he is. Screw the Texans. So Tay Davis might be back coming off that concussion. Sterling Shepard's going to be out. Alec Ogletree is still going to be out with that hamstring injury. And it sucks because Alec Ogletree got hurt on a hamstring injury on a play that didn't even matter. That fumble recovery versus Tampa Bay didn't even matter. It was an incomplete pass. And that's how he hurt his hamstring. And that's when Grant Haley pushed him down. Send you a post on Instagram. What are your thoughts? Let's check Instagram real quick. I'm not going to be too much watching Instagram while I'm talking to you guys, so this would be once in a blue moon type thing, but let's check it out. Just because Mr. Invincible is a Patriots fan, and we will be facing off against him this week. Sources have said the Patriots are trying to acquire Bengals receiver A.J. Green. I mean, they can try, but A.J. Green's not healthy. He's not healthy. He's not playing. I don't know when he's coming back, but he's hurt. My main question is what happens to the design run plays. What do you mean, BNA? Design run plays for Daniel Jones? Is that what you're talking about? Or in general? Or are you talking about in general? I'm not sure what you mean there. Yep. I still don't know what you mean. Be specific with me. But, yeah, that's the major. Evan Engram might be out with a sprained MCL. For DJ, here's the thing, BNA. I don't think they want to really run him too much just because we don't even have a run game. So to run with Daniel Jones, designed runs with Daniel Jones is asking your quarterback to get hit and hurt, because it's not like we have a run game that we could run the read option or whatever it is, or and our offensive line as of late hasn't been holding up. So we had design runs with Daniel Jones. Not going to be good there. We want the ball and we're going to score. Hey, that wasn't me. That wasn't me who said that, MH. I know I said it in my video today, but it wasn't me who said that. That was the good old Matt Hasselbeck back in the Seahawks playoff game where they got utterly destroyed. And that's what happens with arrogance, man. That's what happened with arrogance. And I want to segue because everybody wants to talk about Baker Mayfield. What happened last night? Jesus Lord, guys. Jesus Lord. What happened to the Cleveland Browns? What happened, Brownies? And Jordan Horn's still in here? I'm sorry, man, but we got to rag on him a little bit. I had every Browns fan in the world when I talked about Baker Mayfield. Shut your mouth about the New York Giants. It's coming to you. It's coming to you. The Giants are the only team that's listening to you. All right? The 49ers seem to have their ears in the hole, man. They're listening. They're listening. So it's not just the Giants. And a lot of Browns fans, were up in arms and was feeding into the arrogance. I love Baker Mayfield. I love the way he is. And I did too. Until you start attacking everybody. Ears in the hole. That's right, MH. We got the ears in the hole. We listening. Brownies are delicious, though. Cleveland Browns are paper champion. That's right. That's what Chris the Entertainer Talking Sports says all the time. He said it in his stream last week. He didn't even refer to them as a Browns fans. They don't as the Browns. They don't deserve to be called the Browns. They are the paper champions just because of who they were in the beginning of the year, and that they had the same exact record as this team right here. The team that everybody they were talked about the most in Cleveland Browns training camp as the crappy team, as the team that got rid of OBJ, we dumped him to let him die and all that, and all this and that, right? But you have the same record on us as us 5 weeks into the season. 5 weeks into the season, you got the same record as us, right? Right. You beat the Baltimore Ravens, who is your AFC North rival. It's an AFC North rival. You better know how to figure them out. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble, my friend. You better figure out how to beat your rivals. You better. So good on you for taking down the Baltimore Ravens. All right, good on you. But you got killed by the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans can't do anything this year. They are the ultimate Jekyll and Hyde team, and you got destroyed by them. Destroyed. You beat the Jets. I'm hearing crickets. Guys. You beat the Jets. But you got scraped by the 49ers. You got scraped by the Tennessee Titans. Come on, man. Come on. Who else did you guys lose to? What's the other loss I'm forgetting, guys? What's the other loss? We got 49ers. We got Titans. Who else did they play? Somebody's going to say in like T-minus 2 seconds. Rams. 20. Yes, I remember that game where Baker Mayfield was too scared to run into the end zone or didn't have the awareness to do so. But Daniel Jones did it in that same week, in that same day against the Buccaneers, right? But Daniel Jones had to do it. That's right. The O-line is awful. Listen, nobody was giving that excuse for Eli. Only Giants fans were doing that. Nobody was giving that excuse for Eli. No non-Giants fans were like, oh, Eli sucks. Forget about the O-line, all that stuff. But he's not mobile, things like that. He can't even move out the pocket, so it doesn't matter, right? Nobody wants to give the benefit of the doubt for Eli talking about the O-line. But now we have to blame the O-line for Baker Mayfield. Now we got to blame the O-line. He's like 24 years old. He's 24 years old. You can't get out the pocket? It doesn't matter. I freaking Tom Brady, when he's 24 years old, probably runs a 4.8 40. I mean, come on. These young guys could run. These young guys could get out the pocket. I don't care if you're a pocket passer, if you're young. You're going to be able to get out the pocket. Let's see here. Kid Blue, your thoughts on Zay Jones getting traded to the Raiders? It was a good trade. Oh, yes. And, man, did they steal him. Man, because I'm a Zay Jones fan. I don't think he was really utilized too well in Buffalo. Now, I'm not gonna say I watched film on the Buffalo Bills and here's what they're not doing right with Zay Jones. I just feel like Zay Jones is so much of a better player to be underutilized that way. I don't know if he's just not getting open, what it is, but hopefully, Jay Gruden getting fired. Woo, how about them apples? But John Gruden getting Zay Jones, John Gruden has really worked wonders with this offense. Who thought the Oakland Raiders offense would do this? They put 31 on Indianapolis. They put how many points? They put 27 or something like that on the Bears. What is this? They did something. They beat the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos has a really good defense. They can't sack anybody, but they have a good defense. The Oakland Raiders offense is really, really looking good. To add Zay Jones in there and only trade next year's 5th round pick, not even this year's 5th round pick, next year's 5th round pick for Zay Jones, that's awesome. Well, where's my wrench squad? Where's my wrench squad? Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Where's my wrench squad? There you guys go. Steven Evans is here. Bah, 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 bah. Shots fired out there. I hope I don't get demonetized for that. You guys think so? I hope I don't get demonetized for that. I might just switch to water. I might just grab me a water because this is making me even more thirsty. It's bittersweet. It's got a really bitter taste to it. And it's like, Good on you, Steven Evans. Good on you, Mike Nixon. My guy. But Oakland Raiders, man. The Oakland Raiders, listen. Right now, if the season were to end right now, they're a playoff team. Now, I don't know what their schedule is looking at afterwards. But listen. The Oakland Raiders, call me crazy, but next year they might even compete in the AFC West. Now, not with the Chiefs or anything like that. I still think the Chiefs would win, but they might be a force to be reckoned with there, man. Right now, everybody's talking about the Chiefs and Chargers. It's soon going to be the Chiefs and the Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders, right? Viva Las Vegas. But soon. Oh, I like this. I like questions like this. I love questions like this. He says, Kid Blue, what's your top 3 teams in the NFC? What are my top 3 teams in the NFC? I love questions like this because it makes me think. It makes me think. Number 1, the best team in the NFC by far. The best team in the NFC are those New Orleans Saints. Those New Orleans Saints, oh, they bad. Those New Orleans Saints are bad. That's a good team right there. Teddy Bridgewater and that underrated defense. Nobody's talking about this New Orleans defense. Now, they're not killing it on any defensive stat line. Besides the sack stat line, they have... How many sacks do they have on the year, man? They're top 5. They are good this year. That D-line is good. Their offensive line has really, really gotten good. Ryan Ramczyk is really fitting into that right tackle spot, right? Their rookie center out of Texas A&M, Eric McCoy, was the best center according to Pro Football Focus last week at center. They're looking good right there. That's my number 1 NFC team. My number 2 NFC team would have to be the Green Bay Packers. The Packers. Got to give it to my guy Chris. Got to give it to the entertainer talking sports. He already said it. He has the Packers going to the Super Bowl, and he's not on the bandwagon. He said that weeks ago. He said that in the offseason. He said the Packers are looking good. I even told him, like, the Packers, though? You like the Packers? The Packers? With that defense? You like him? But the defense proved me wrong. That defense is good. That Packers defense is good. It's great. That's all that Aaron Rodgers needed. He doesn't need to put up 30 points anymore. I mean, he did so against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys wound up coming back a little bit. But, man, the Packers are my number 2. So who I got right now? I've got the New Orleans Saints, and I've got the Green Bay Packers. My number 3 team would have to be... Man, my number 3 team. Let's see. See, if it wasn't because of the loss to the Bucks and the loss to the Seahawks, I would have the Rams in there. I would have the Rams in there as my 3rd team. But by default, I'm gonna have to give it to those Philadelphia Eagles. I have to give it to the Philadelphia Eagles. And the close third is going to have to be the 49ers. That's my close third. Close fourth. I'm sorry. Close fourth. So they're right out of it. So I've got Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, I don't know. The Seattle Seahawks really hasn't impressed me yet. The Giants. How about the bottom 3 teams in the NFC? What the hell? Odell Beckham, I just asked him to watch. Wait, what? I'm confused. But yeah, I'm going to have the Saints, Packers, Eagles, then the 49ers. Then the 49ers. Let me grab a water because I'm still getting thirsty. You bet against Russell Wilson? You talking to me? I'm not betting against Russell Wilson. I like the Seahawks. I don't think they did enough. I don't think they did enough this season to say I have them at the top. They barely beat Cincinnati in week 1, and they barely beat Pittsburgh, and we know who Pittsburgh is now. They barely beat those teams. Yes, they still beat them. I'll give you that. They still beat them, right? But they barely did. Can I call in later? Yeah, of course, Nations. I don't think I've ever spoken to you, if not a couple of times. But I'm going to grab a water real quick, guys. But I can't give Seattle Seahawks the nod yet. Maybe I don't know if they're top 5. But, and the Cowboys, a lot of people are going to want me to put the Cowboys up there. I'm not biased or anything. I'm not going to, sit there and say, they're the rivals, so I can't put them anywhere. I can't even put them up there because the good team that they face, they've lost to them. They lose to the Saints and they lose to the Packers. And, they beat teams like the Giants, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. And woohoo! yeah. But that leads me on to my third subject here. Dylan Renner, my guy Renner. Renner, we need to talk, Renner. We need to talk. Renner, I know you're a master trader in fantasy. Can you trade help me get a quarterback. I need a quarterback for week 10. I'm like struggling, man, because week 10's coming closer and closer, and I'm not gonna have a quarterback to back up. So if you want to trade me a quarterback or what, let's talk. Let's talk. I also need a running back, okay? I have Alexander Madison as my starting running back. I need a running back, guys. Need a running back. I just traded with Mike Nixon to get Kenny Golladay. I gave him Marcus Mariota, which he's gonna love. I gave him Marcus Mariota, gave him Stefon Diggs, and somebody else, and Latavius Murray for Kenny Golladay. I needed a wide receiver that bad. I snagged Colt McCoy. You did? I put a claim in for him. No, you didn't win that claim. You didn't win that claim. I think I have the top waiver order. You didn't get Colt McCoy. My dude, I got Brissett and Mason. Who's your top 5 players in fantasy? I don't know too much about fantasy, man. I suck at fantasy. I'm 1-4 in fantasy this year, guys. A beautiful 1-4 in fantasy so far this year. But guys, I want to talk about my next subject, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. Both these teams with supreme offenses are starting to fall now because of defenses. Defenses are, everybody talks about it, but nobody really emphasizes it. Defenses are really a big part of the NFL. It has to. Everybody's talking about the passing offenses. The quarterbacks, the wide receivers, not even running backs anymore. But everyone wants to talk about offense. You have offensive-minded head coaches, things like that. But it's because of the defenses that we're not sold on Kansas City. We're not sold on the Rams, right? Kansas City fell to the Indianapolis Colts because they were able to stop their offense. And once they stopped their offense, the Chiefs' defense aren't able to do much besides that. What happens when a defense is able to figure out a top-tier offense? What's the defense going to do? The only reason why the Kansas City Chiefs are good is because of that offense. Take that away, and they got a team that are going to be struggling to keep up in games because the defense is so bad. Okay? The defense is that bad. The reason why the Kansas City Chiefs somewhat look good on defense is because the opposing team is getting blown out so much they have to stop running the ball, and they have to pass it. And eventually, you're gonna get a ball picked off. If you're one dimensional and you quit on running the ball, you're gonna give up on the run. You're gonna get figured out by the defense. It's gonna make those defenses look good. Kid Blue, your throwback video titled "Kid Blue is Back" is phenomenal. I don't even remember that. Well, what did I say, MH? I don't even remember that. No curse words, no. Let me see. Are there any players you would be interested in trading for before the deadline? Personally, I would like to see Devontae Parker. Yeah, definitely a wide receiver. Now, I know Stefon Diggs has been a little bit of a baby, and that might keep Dave Gettleman away from trading for Stefon Diggs. But remember, Stefon Diggs just wants an opportunity somewhere else. He wants to be the number one guy. And with Sterling Shepard down, Golden Tate not getting too much reps, Stefon Diggs would be a good guy to bring in here. He's not trash. It's just that the Vikings defense is not throwing the ball. They're not throwing the ball. So I would like to see a Stefon Diggs show up. Von Miller, I hear, is on the trading block, but they might pull him from the trading block, being that Bradley Chubb is gone. He's on the IR now, so they might pull him from the trading block. I heard Von Miller was there, but they might pull him. I don't really know who else is on the trading block. Someone said Devontae Parker, possibly. I don't know. Mr. YTC is in the building. Welcome on, man. I'm 100% willing to trade, but it has to be a trade I'm definitely 100% positive I will take because I think I have a championship team. However, I need a QB and a flex player with a good value, so I'll take offers. I mean, I need a running back, so let's talk. I need a running back, Dylan Renner, so let's talk. All right? He wasted that money on Tate. Yeah, I know. We overpaid Tate crazy, guys. We overpaid Golden Tate a lot. But this is his first game back. Let's see what happens. Let's just ride the wave right now. Remember, we're facing 2 straight good defenses, man. The Minnesota Vikings defense is good, and the New England Patriots defense is arguably the best in the NFL. So that being said, it's gonna be not good to see. With Golden Tate, and maybe he'll pick it up later on during the season. We'll play Arizona next week. So we may have a bounce-back game there. Draft the next left tackle. A lot of people are saying that. But here's the thing, guys. We paid Nate Solder so much money. You cannot get rid of him. You can't. You would be wasting so much dead money after that. If you cut him now, You'll be wasting. The only way we get rid of Nate Solder is if we trade him and if the other team takes his contract. Okay, we cannot. It's too much to risk to get rid of Nate Solder. I know he hasn't played great. He hasn't played at all. Gettleman coming back? No, not yet. I still trust in Gettleman. Yeah, I mean, a GM isn't gonna make 100% of the correct moves, right? They're not gonna be the best GM ever. A lot of GMs make the wrong move. They draft wrong. They sign the wrong players. It is what it is. Okay, Blue, I got a question. What do the Cowboys and Vikings have in common? I don't know. They just stick with the run? I don't know. They have terrible quarterbacks. Move him to right tackle. I don't think that's something you would just do. That's not something you just do. They should have drafted Dillard. They could have. They could have drafted Dillard. Could have. Show the damn TV. You guys want to see my TV that bad? I can't do it. The Eagles stole him at 23. He's going to be an all-pro. Yeah, I mean, he might just be. He might just be an all-pro. I'm feeling that Pat Sherman might not be very good. He doesn't seem to make good decisions. What he needs the most. How do you feel on this? Man, I keep defending Pat Sherman over and over again, but I still am going to give him until next year. By the end of next year's offseason, if he hasn't done something, if we're not confident in his play calling, then he's got to go. He's got to go, though. But I like the players love him, man. That's the one thing you need, man. The players absolutely love Pat Shermer, and the only reason why they're fighting in these games is because of him, man. They really like Pat Shermer. And if the players love Pat Shermer, then I love Pat Shermer, okay? If the players are willing to say, you know what, Pat Shermer's play calling isn't that great, but I'm willing to play for the guy and give it all I got for the guy, then the play calling could get better as time goes on. But, it's hard to make players like you, right? It's hard to do that. Once you already earn that respect, that's already a good attribute to have. So, I'm going to give Pat Shermer another season, man, just another season. But if he doesn't do something, if we're not in the playoff race by next year, he's got to go. Because Dave Gettleman's putting the piece, slowly but surely, Dave Gettleman is putting together the pieces. Everything's got to show up. The play calling has to get better, man. I get the injuries. I get it. I 100% understand. I get the injuries. But you got to play. Why are you... Don't make me rant. I don't want to rant today, guys. I don't want to rant. Why are you going for it? At the end of the third quarter, 2 fourth downs against a good defense, 2 fourth downs in the red zone, you go for it when you're down 15 points. Why do you do that? You have a whole fourth quarter to try to score points. Get your field goals and move on with your day. That was my third key to success last week. Be conservative and kick your field goals, limit turnovers, and convert on third downs. Make the most out of every offensive drive. Making the most out of every offensive drive doesn't mean going for it on fourth down. Okay? Doesn't mean going for it on fourth down. Alright? You have to kick your field goals. You're down 15 points at the end of the third quarter. You have a whole other quarter to kick your field goals and get more points after that. Be conservative against good teams. Never take risks. against really good teams that are way out of your league. You better be happy you're in the place. If you're in the red zone against a really good defense and you're not a good offense, you better be happy you're there. Kick your field goal and move on with your day. Okay? We could have went into the fourth quarter 25-16. We could have been down 2 small scores, a touchdown and a field goal for the lead. We could have, all we needed was a touchdown and a field goal through that whole fourth quarter. If we somehow shut out the Vikings in the fourth quarter and we did just that, we could have been close or if not won that game because we were limiting the Vikings offense to field goals. We were getting them to kick field goals a lot of the time. Most of their scores were from field goals, okay? No doubt in my mind in the fourth quarter, if the offense were to score some points, in the fourth quarter, the Vikings offense only scored 3 points. They only scored 3 points in the whole fourth quarter. We had an opportunity. But when you're going into the fourth quarter down 15 points, where is the team morale? There's no team morale there. The defense is going to start bending. They're going to be like, oh, well, the offense isn't going to do anything. By two offensive drives into the fourth quarter, if the offense does nothing, the defense is slowly but surely just going to give up. Now, they didn't do that here. The Giants defense fought tooth and nail all the way down to the clock hits 0 in that game. And that's good on them. But the offense needs to get better. The offense needs to stop going for it on fourth down all the time. How do we go for it? We go for it twice in the red zone against a really good defense. That shows they were not grateful. They were not respecting the defense that the Minnesota Vikings have. They were not respecting the fact that they should not be in that position. The Vikings defense are way better than that. What we did against the Vikings defense wasn't all that, but it was better than I expected. It was better. I had the game being 27-17, but I thought we would get most of our points in garbage time. The fact that we were able to keep it close that long and be in that game and us not doing anything about it tells me that Pat Shurmur did not respect the Minnesota Vikings defense. I think he was just trying to score and win against his former team that he used to work for so bad that it got to his head and we wound up failing because of that. Against the New England Patriots, if we wind up in the red zone, and I don't even care if we're on the 8-yard line, if we're 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line or 4th and goal from the 8-yard line, kick your mother-freaking field goal. Kick it. That's what Tom Coughlin used to say all the time. You could call Tom Coughlin old school all you want. Call him old school all you want. But Tom Coughlin always said, kick your field goals. Always said that. It wasn't until later on in Tom Coughlin's tenure with the Giants that he started going for it and trying to be all new school with it. But he always said, kick your field goals. And we have a great field goal kicker. Aldrick Rosas, yes, he missed a kick early on this year, but you know what? He's still my kicker. He's a beast. All right, what are we talking about here? I think Matt Rule would be a really good... I hope he doesn't go to the Redskins. He doesn't suck. You just do it no more. Do you think we should possibly go with Mike McCarthy? I feel like we should stick with Shurmur for a while because I don't... I feel like we should stick with Shurmur for a while because I don't want Daniel Jones' system to get confused by Mike McCarthy. Has good... Mike Mack. Yeah, hashtag Mike Mack. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Dylan. I want to keep Pat Shurmur as long as possible. I do not want Daniel Jones to go through a quarter. Look at Derek Carr. Derek Carr is extremely underrated. I love Derek Carr. I love watching him play. But this is the first season. The 2019 season is the first season where he gets to have an offensive coordinator for back-to-back seasons. His whole career, 6 years in the NFL, he's had different offensive coordinators, different offensive systems, and he's never elevated his game past, a really good quarterback. He could be an elite quarterback. Never stuck with a system because guys kept getting fired and, being recycled. I want Daniel Jones to have a system that's going to be with him for a very long time. I'm trying to think of a system Trying to think of a quarterback that's been in the system for a very long time. You could think Tom Brady. You could think Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels system, but at that point, at this point right now, Tom Brady is his own offensive coordinator, I would say. So, you could think Drew Brees and Sean Payton. Drew Brees and Sean Payton. That offense has been, they've been with each other's offenses, peanut butter and jelly for so long. I want that for Pat Shurmur and Daniel Jones. I want Pat Shurmur's play calling to get a lot better, man. And he has the ability. He's really smart. I watch him on film. He knows what works. Okay, that Tampa Bay game, early on in that Tampa Bay game, there was a 26-yard game by Sterling Shepard that was an amazing play. They had the tight end going motion from left to right, and that brung the defense to kind of, go to the right side, but it was the left side that Sterling Shepard on it was like a zone coverage. It was a really broken up zone coverage, and it was an out route, and Sterling Shepard was, just open, like, I'm not even going to say, I'm going to say something inappropriate, but it was open, wide open. And later on in the game, when on our last drive where we needed it most, that Sterling Shepard 36-yard gain, they ran the same exact play, but they had the tight end, instead going of motion from right to left, they went in motion from left to right to try to bring the defense, make them not guess what's going on. They ran the same exact play because he knew what worked. Pat Shurmur has the brain. He's smart. I think it's his arrogance. It could be his arrogance or whatever it is to say, I'm going to pass it. I'm going to go for it on fourth down against my former team. I'm going to throw it deep. Things like that. It's things like that can really, really ruin an offense. But Pat Shurmur's smart. He has a good system. I like his system. But he has to mix it up a lot better. Find what works and work with what works. All right? That's what you have to do. Sign a new defensive coordinator. Yeah, James Betcher's not working. I'm fully... Usually with defenses, I usually like to give the defensive coordinator the benefit of the doubt. Because remember, the defense is very reactionary. Okay? Defenses are very reactionary. They are reaction, not very reactionary. They are reactionary. Offenses are action. The defense is reactionary. So it's very hard to put a good game plan out there for a defense than an offense is, because the offense could do whatever they want, but the defense has to play on what the offense is doing. So I usually like to give defensive coordinators the benefit of the doubt, but at this point I can't. We're 5 weeks through the season, and James Betcher does not understand that you cannot run these damn corner blitzes anymore. He's still running them. Now, good on him for taking out Antonio Hamilton. Good on him for not putting Marcus Golden out there, by himself in pass coverage or whatever on running backs. Okay, he's adjusting very slowly, but he's still he's not teaching these guys to stop biting on the play action, man. Those crossing routes, look on film. Those Minnesota crossing routes, the Adam Thielen crossing route, the Irv Smith crossing route, the other Adam Thielen crossing route, were all play action bites. You see Josiah Tauefa. You see David Mayo. You see these guys biting on the play action. They're biting on the play action the opposite way, and the crossing route being open in the other direction. That's never, 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. I'm getting hiccups now. 10 times out of 10. That ball is going to be complete for a huge gain, if not a touchdown. Get these guys to stop biting on the play action. Stop doing it. We should get Del Rio. Del Rio's been a few years out of football. I'm not really sure if I want Del Rio back. And a lot of people are saying, should we switch back to the 4-3? I love the 4-3 defense. As you guys know, being a Giants fan, of course, we grew up watching, all our young fans or whatever it is. We've been watching the 4-3 defense for a while. Turtho just said it. Should we have a 4-3 defense? But I like the 3-4 defense. I like what it brings to the table. Now, it takes a long time to master a 3-4 defense. I want you guys to understand something. And I said this before, but it was a while ago, and I want you guys to understand this right now. 3-4 defenses are harder to convert than a 4-3 defense. Why? I'll explain it to you right now. 3-4 defenses require a certain type of edge rusher. Okay, it has to be a guy that's very fluid, a guy that can drop back in coverage, a guy that's a little bit more slender, a guy that's very fast off of the line. Those type of guys, not necessarily run stoppers like a base 3 or 4-3 edge rusher can do, okay? But when you're switching from a 3-4 to a 4-3, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier because you can get those edge rushers. Like Von Miller will be fine at 4-3 edge rusher. Bradley Chubb will be fine at 4-3 edge rusher. They're good there. But when you go from a 4-3 to a 3-4, the 4-3 guys, like Justin Tuck would never be a good outside linebacker. He's too big. He's too big. Now, you could put him inside, you can do things like that, but that's going to be harder for him playing 3 technique or whatever it is. But it's just hard to go from a 4-3 to a 3-4. On top of that, in the 4-3, you have more defensive tackles. And the defensive tackles in the 3-4 are going to have to play defensive end. So you're going to see Dexter Lawrence. He was at a 5 technique at one point during this game, and he did well at that. But it's just hard. It's very hard, and I don't really know how to explain it too much to you guys, but it's hard to go from a 4-3 to a 3-4 than it is from a 3-4 to a 4-3 defense. That's just how it works. So I'm very patient as to developing the 3-4. I'm very patient in doing that, but it has to be figured out soon. So where's Julian Love? Deep safety is tough to play in the NFL. Dude, your guess is as good as mine. I didn't even know that Julian Love changed his freaking number. I saw him on film yesterday. He was wearing number 24. I was like, wait, when did Julian Love change his number? He changed his number to 24. I thought he was 37 still. He probably changed it week 1, but we never seen him on the field. He wasn't on the field. I saw him on special teams, but Peppers covers better than Collins. YTC, you are right, but Peppers still doesn't cover right. Peppers found his identity, guys. Peppers is not a Swiss Army knife anymore. We found what Jabril Peppers is. He is a strong safety, a box safety. That's what he is. All his plays, all his specialty plays, all his plays where he's really highlighting on defense is in the box, is in the red zone, is in the end zone, with short yardage situations. He's fantastic in the box. He showed out against Minnesota. He showed out against Washington. He was great. They're finding his identity. He found his identity. So, and he's not a good cover safety, guys. I don't care what anybody says. Watch him on film. I have NFL Game Pass. I have coaches film, okay? Don't watch broadcasts film. Watch the coaches film. Jabril Peppers is not good in coverage. I'll debate anybody to the grave on that. He sucks in coverage. So does Antoine Bethea. Antoine Bethea will bite on anything. Antoine Bethea will bite on play action if your grandmother was playing running back. He will be scared if your grandmother ran the ball. If your grandmother ran the ball, he would see that as a threat and is going to bite on the play action. That's what Antoine Bethea is. He sucks. Antoine Bethea is garbage. Takes terrible angles. Does not have the elite speed he used to have. He sucks. Antoine Bethea is garbage. Garbage. Problem with Bethea is he's 100 years old. Then put in Julian Love. I'm not even in agreement with putting Julian Love at safety, but put Love at freaking safety already. You have him there. He's so far back. We need Julian Love at free safety. Yeah, we do. But let me check out these videos Mike Nixon wanted to talk about. Just tune in. All I hear is truth. For real, man. Put Riley Dixon at safety. Oh, God. Bethea lines up off the screen. He plays far back. Well, yeah, he's a safety. That's why he has to play far back. So you got to watch him on coach's film. So all 22 film has every player in the view, and that's what I watch. And Antoine Bethea is complete garbage. Antoine Bethea can be 30 yards back and still bite on the freaking play action. Who needs you there, Antoine Bethea? You think you're going to get there 30 yards back? You think you're going to get to the running back biting on play action? Freaking moron. Moron. Oh, I seen that, Mike Nixon. I've seen both of those. Yes, we're definitely going to put the Stephen A. Smith one on. We may just put the Stephen A. Smith one on because I don't want to do too much videos because I might get copyrighted. I just want to be sure. So I just want to pick one. But let's watch that Stephen A. Smith video trolling the Cowboys and giving them a pep talk. I loved it. Let's see here. Christian Jones says, "What's up, Kid Blue? What's going on?" Engram is a wide receiver, not a tight end. No, he's a tight end. He's a matchup nightmare tight end. He's not your prototypical tight end, but he is a tight end. He would never be a good wide receiver. A lot of people are saying, should we switch Evan Engram to wide receiver? Listen, Evan Engram is borderline an elite tight end. Yes, he has a game where he drops it, but his potential is elite tight end. He's second in the league right now as far as tight ends receiving yards, okay? Yeah, stop with the Engram receiver junk. Listen, Evan Engram is an elite tight end, and I'll just say that. His potential is elite tight end. If he can stay healthy, he's an elite tight end. If he stops dropping balls, he's an elite tight end. Evan Engram is an elite tight end. If you put him at wide receiver, he's a mediocre wide receiver. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Why would you want to put an elite tight end turn an elite tight end to a mediocre wide receiver? What, because he can't block? Jimmy Graham is 6'8" and he doesn't block. Jimmy Graham is the size of LeBron James and he doesn't block. What are you talking about? There are plenty of tight ends in the NFL that don't block. You know? Yeah, you weaken the position further. There's no way. No, it wasn't a stupid pick. Sure, it was an unnecessary pick. I'll always say that. Dexter Lawrence and Evan Engram are unnecessary picks. But were they good picks? Yeah. They were good picks. They're going to impact the team. They're going to do well on the team. Like I said, Evan Engram is a top 5 tight end in this league. You can't name me 5 better tight ends than Evan Engram. Sorry, you can't. Travis Kelce. Okay. Who else? Who's better? I'm waiting. Travis Kelce. Evan Engram. It's pretty much all you got right there. Okay, but was he necessary in that draft? No, he wasn't. He wasn't necessary in that draft. I would have probably picked up a tackle there, Ryan Ramczyk or whatever. But George Kittle was really good. Oh, George Kittle. Yes, George Kittle. Okay, so Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Evan Engram. So other than that, who else? Sorry, I forgot all about George Kittle. So there's that, right? A lot of people are going to say probably Zach Ertz. Yeah, probably people are going to say Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is good. I think Evan Engram is better, but Zach Ertz has been around longer and he's more consistent. I like Zach Ertz. But as far as looking at them both, Zach Ertz is more like an athletic Jason Witten. Like he's just a blanket. Like he's there on those 5-yard hitches and he saves the quarterback from trouble. Evan Engram is a burner. Evan Engram moves the ball down the field. He's a vertical threat. He's the guy that gets big chunk plays. Zach Ertz can do that. I mean, he has had a couple 30-yard gains, things like that. But you're not going to see too much of that. You're not going to see a 75-yard touchdown from Zach Ertz. He doesn't have the downfield quickness. He's not a route runner either. But Evan Engram has that, if you guys know what I'm saying. George Kittle can burn people. George Kittle's awesome. I love George Kittle. I somehow accidentally removed someone's message. My bad, guys. It's all good, buddy. So if you guys want to laugh together, let's laugh together. You guys like to laugh? I like to laugh. Kelce, Engram, Ertz, Kittle, Ebron. Okay, I like Ebron. Taking Engram or Jimmy Graham in his prime. I'll take Jimmy Graham in his prime all day. Jimmy Graham in his prime, because Evan Engram, I don't even think hit his prime yet, so I don't even know what Evan Ingram's prime is. But Jimmy Graham in his prime, his New Orleans Saints days, woo! That's an animal right there, guys. That's an animal right there. I'll watch the chat from my phone so I could put this video on for you guys. How is SMU being ranked again? Oh, that's crazy. New England has a 6th lineman on the field when they run the ball because their tight ends block. Yeah, we have a blocking tight end too, Loopy. Rhett Ellison is our blocking tight end, and he's pretty good at it. Rhett Ellison is our blocking tight end. He also played fullback for us and fullback with the Vikings before we got Eli Penny. His early Seahawks days were crazy too. Yeah, his Seahawks days were good as well. Stephen A. Smith, Cowboys. I'm starting to like Stephen A. Smith a lot. I always liked Stephen A. Smith, but when he started getting all freaking racial and things like that, that's when I kind of hated him. But we're getting back to the good old Stephen A. Smith. The good old Stephen A. Smith. All right, guys, let me get ready to put this on. Let's put this on for you guys. All right, guys, video time. It's video time. Let's see here. Audio mixer. There's that. Hopefully you guys don't hear anything else, like an echo or whatever. Video time. Okay, no ads, no ads. Ah, la 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 la. No ads, no ads. All right. Love this guy.
I see all of y'all looking all sad and everything right now, and I bet you're thinking, you know what? What's gonna happen with my Cowboys? Not one, but 2 straight losses. 2 straight losses. No, seriously, I understand.
Love it.
These things happen sometimes. I try to tell you Cowboy fans, you loving Cowboy fans right there, America's team, no, not yet. You ain't won the Super Bowl since 1995.
That's right.
You ain't been relevant since then either.
Yep.
You thought they were hope. You thought there was hope.
I wonder if these are real Cowboys fans, guys. I wonder if these are like real Cowboys fans in the building.
Complete supremacy over the NFC East. You're tired of those Philadelphia Eagles. A little bit nervous, ain't you? Ain't you? Ain't you? Gonna be all right. Gonna be all right. Still got Dak.
Still got Dak, yeah?
I'm sorry.
Still got Dak.
Still got Ezekiel Elliott. Still got Amari Cooper. He had a big game yesterday. There's reason for hope. There's reason for hope. I want you to lift your spirits up. I want you to understand. It's just 2 games. It's just 2 games. You're gonna be all right. 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 Reckon you won. Oh, wow. Still a season. Look forward to it. I guess I'll just mosey on out of here. Another day. Remember that, all right? Say it with me. Can we say it together? How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go, Cowboys. Woo! Yeah.
First take.
Why is he a gay cowboy again?
What was the headline from yesterday? Was it the Packers win or that the Cowboys were exposed?
Believe it or not, normally I would sit up there and I'd tell you that it was the Cowboys being exposed, obviously, because they lost the second game.
Hilarious.
And as a result, they're no longer in complete control of first take within the NFC East. They're tied with the Philadelphia Eagles now. Just a couple weeks ago, Max. A couple weeks ago. We were sitting there talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. They were in the must-win
Josh
situation.
Valencia, my Miami Dolphins brother.
I never thought that was must-win for the record.
What's going on, man?
I said, hey, if the Eagles lose that game and the Cowboys win Sunday against Teddy Bridgewater, because there was no Drew Brees, that the Philadelphia Eagles would have been 3 games out, and that would have been that. And lo and behold, just 10 old days later, 10 little old days
Chris
later.
Sonor.
It's
my guy Chris Sonor is in the chat.
NFC East, just like that.
That's mini-me right there. That's my mini-me.
That franchise showed this ugly head, and in there, as a result,
we're laughing at the Cowboys right now, Chris Sonor. Please enjoy with us.
No longer in complete control of that NFC East now. Now let's get to the specifics, because as we look at the Green Bay Packers, we saw Aaron Rodgers, 22 of 34, 238 yards. My personal opinion, that damn Aaron Jones. What is it? 19 carries, 107 yards.
CP, he eventually drops the accent like later on. Like it kind of like dwindles down. He starts speaking regular. But yeah, it kind of got a little annoying for me too because he was trying too hard. But I mean, it's all in good fun, and it's all because the Cowboys lost. And it's funny. They were down like 31-3 at some point, so it's funny. How's it going, KB? What's going on? Chris Senor, my guy, my Chargers fan. Yeah, man, we're doing well. We're just laughing at the Cowboys today.
5.6 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns against those Dallas Cowboys. Seem to be struggling a little bit against that running game. And the thing about it is that their defense for the Green Bay Packers, we haven't been raving enough about them. We've
Guys,
noticed.
don't be taught.
We pay
Don't time
attention
out
to them,
people.
Matt Kellerman.
Sorry,
but at
doggy.
the same
Don't
time,
time. Sorry.
we haven't given them the appreciation that they deserve. Suddenly, Ezekiel Elliott didn't look so formidable, following up an 18-carry, 35-yard performance against New Orleans Saints. What does he do? Second go around, 12 carries, 62 yards. Not bad. Looks like they should have gave him the ball more. But guess what? Dallas Cowboys didn't do that. Why? Because they want to run. They want to throw that football. Kellen Moore, your new offensive coordinator, he's not Scott Linehan.
He's garbage.
Throw that football a little bit more. And the Green Bay Packers said, not so fast, because we're not sure about your passing game. We're going to shut that thing down. Dallas Cowboys came into the game allowing just 3 sacks. This particular game, they gave up 3 sacks in one game. They got a little bit exposed offensively. You can punch them in the mouth. You can neutralize them to some degree.
Big Blue for life.
Even when they pass
like
the
Marcus
football
Golden.
effectively enough, like Amari Cooper having 226 yards receiving, in the end, it still didn't improve enough. They're front runners. When they got a lead, they look pretty damn good. When they had a deficit, panic sets in. This is what I love about the Dallas Cowboys, Max. I'll give it to you by saying this. In the end, as they climb and the pressure builds, pressure, as they say in the country, breaks pipes. And that's exactly what happened yesterday afternoon in Big D. And I must say, I'm quite fond of what I saw.
I like that Chris Senor. He said Chris is gonna look like that in a year while in Dallas. Oh my God! If he's talking about Chris the Entertainer talking sports, guys. If Chris winds up talking like that and wearing the cowboy hat a year in Dallas, that's gonna be hilarious. Oh man.
Pressure bust pipes, Stephen A. Then you're agreeing that the Dallas Cowboys were exposed. Look, I hope this isn't Green Bay firing on all cylinders yet. It'd be great if it's not, right? Mm-hmm. Then we got a real challenger to win a title. The Cowboys, for whatever reason, I took Aaron Jones in daily fantasy, gave me 52 points and the win this week.
Ooh.
And that's partly
call,
because, as
Shut up,
Matthew Berry pointed out, by the way,
Shut up, Molly.
the Dallas Cowboys, for some reason, and I don't know why, when you look at that linebacking core who did not look good, those guys did not look good yesterday, they have a problem covering running backs who can catch passes. And that's
No CP, no. Chase Young. Chase Young. That's who we're going after, man.
an issue because, I don't know, that's the entire league now. Anytime you have a real good running game, you're not just talking about a running back like Adrian Pete, not pitched that high, but a guy who's just going to run the ball. You're talking about a guy who can catch passes out of the backfield.
I reckon you're right.
Yeah.
Continue.
And that's Aaron Jones. And going in,
I reckon you're right.
That's a problem for the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Why did Van Der Esch and these guys not look good? They're supposed to be. I was raving about them early. But are the Cowboys exposed? The answer is yes. They exposed the Cowboys here. Think about the wins they had early in the season. The Giants, right now the Giants have 2 wins, but that's only because Daniel Jones instead of Eli Manning. And that speaks as much to Eli Manning's poor play as what Daniel Jones did. If you would have just replaced Eli with a competent starting quarterback, like even like a Kirk Cousins type, they wouldn't have looked that bad early in the season. He couldn't get anything done. So that's when the Cowboys played the Giants and Washington and Miami. You're talking about some of the worst teams we can remember seeing. Miami's like the worst team anyone can remember in recent years. And Washington's not far behind. And the Giants at the time were in the same boat with them. That's why Eli Manning, who was supposed to play all season as Daniel Jones developed, got yanked after 2 games. Those are the teams that the Cowboys looked great against. Then as soon as they play real competition, they fold at home.
Thanks for watching.
All right, well, that's that video there. You know, take it with a grain of salt, whatever you guys want to think of it, all you Cowboys fans, if you guys are in here. But listen, for the Cowboys, what can go wrong will go wrong. All right? That's the motto. That's the motto there in Arlington, Texas, man. You walk into Jerry World, AT&T Stadium, you walk in there, You're gonna see the logo. I mean the saying just in big letters, in quotation marks, in quotes, right above the stadium says, "What can go wrong, will go wrong." Hasn't been relevant since 1995. Yeehaw, cowboy! All right, guys, let's get ready to take your calls. Let me open up the good old Skype. Classic Dallas. Classic Dallas. Classic Dallas. But yeah, man, listen, I'll tell you right now, Sam Darnold's coming back. Sam Darnold is coming back against the Dallas Cowboys. And if the Dallas Cowboys, because I like the Jets defense. Now, they got killed by Philly. Okay? They got killed by Philly, don't get me wrong. But I feel like the Jets defense is going to play a lot better with Sam Darnold there and have that team morale and things like that. Let me call it. Oh, I can't wait to talk to Chris Sonora. But it's whoever calls in first, man. I'll try to fit in as much people as I can. I don't want to bring the show on too long, but yep, let's try to fit as much. If we get my boy Chris Sonora in here, let's see what happens. Sorry, let me fix something on my phone. I got to put the stream up on my phone so I'm able to see the chat and stuff like that and make sure the stream is okay. Wait here. Let's put it on. Alright, we are back on. So, now I'm going to let my Skype kind of boot up a little bit because sometimes it like shuts down on me while I'm taking my first caller, and my first caller always shuts down on me. So I'm gonna let it sit a little bit because it's running. I gotta run Google Chrome for the chat. I gotta run OBS for the stream, and I gotta run Skype for the calls. So it may get a little mixed up and things like that. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit, like two seconds or so. I won't argue. I just want to make it. I don't care if anybody argues. I'll debate anybody. I'm strong with my opinions. I'm not gonna hide like other people. If you guys want to debate, let's debate. Let's debate. Come on. If you guys want to get smoked on stream, I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. Okay? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're all Giants fans. Massive debater. Oh, yeah. I'm a debate expert, man. I want to beat someone in a debate. Those are good feelings, nations. Those are good feelings. Let's call it down here, Danny DeVito. Alright. Guys, let's put the number right up. I already know who's going to be my first guy because I know he has my number saved. He's got the number saved. I'm waiting for my guy to call in. Alright, the number is up, guys. I'm just waiting now. Let's get it going. Let's talk some football, baby. Let's talk some football. The phone lines are open. Okay, it's not my guy in the first, but I know who this is. Let's answer this call. Hello, answer the call. Answer the call. Here we go. Here we go. What's going on, Kush? What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? How's it going, bro? How you doing?
I'm awesome. How about yourself?
Going good, man. Currently taking a break from the homework real quick. Had to call in. You already know.
Got you, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate you stopping the homework, but make sure you get that done, man. Don't put the guilt on my heart that you don't do your homework because of me, okay? Better get that done.
Nah, never that. You know, all work, no play made Johnny a dull boy. You know what I mean? So can't do all work. Anyway, listen. Before we get started, you said you want to win somebody in a debate. I got a debate that you will never win, bro. Right now.
Oh God! Don't scare me, man.
I'm just about to.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just about to give you like the title of the debate, and you won't you'll be so stunned that you'll just agree with me. Okay. And by agreeing with me, you lose, bro. All right.
Yeah.
Here it is. Kid Blue is the best Giants YouTuber.
Oh damn! Come on, man. How you gonna do me like that? How you gonna do me like that? No, you said.
Nah, man, you lost. It's an automatic loss.
I lost. I love everybody. You know, I gotta be. Oh damn! You got me there, man. You got me there. You
You know
just
what I'm
won.
saying, bro?
I crown
It's
you.
clip.
I crown you the master debater right there. That's
Thank you. Anyway, let's. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I guess let's start off with a bit of a serious topic before we get a little bit less serious again. I am worried about Sterling Shepard. This is his second concussion of the year,
Yeah.
probably third actually. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Whatever the case is, way too many concussions in a short amount of time, and I'm genuinely worried for his health now because he's going to be out for an extended amount of time, and you don't ever want too many concussions. You don't want him to end up like a Jordan Reed type of situation, and in general, you don't want it to be worse than that. You know.
Yeah, man. It's worrying me. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I found out that he was out with another concussion in about 4 weeks span of time, that's ridiculous to me, man. And that tells that there's something really going on with his head, that he wasn't able to fully recover from his first concussion, and so that's pretty much what happened there. Man, as far as his playing career, it's really hard to determine now. There is a chance, man. There is a chance that he could be considering his football career, because that type of concussions and head injuries are really not to be messed around with. There was a middle linebacker. There was a middle linebacker for the 49ers a couple years ago, very young middle linebacker. He had like a really good rookie season, and he had to retire because of, I believe, concussions. I can't remember his name. But it was only a couple years ago that happened. If anybody knows who he is, you guys can put him in the chat. But there's that, and there's also Jordan Reed as well, who's had a bunch of concussions, is thinking about retiring himself. He's still out with those concussions.
I'm going to be honest with you. I still don't know why he hasn't retired yet. I thought after, like, say, 2017 he would have retired, because it's from 2015 straight to now was just concussion. I'm surprised he was that determined, but I don't know, man. It's like, if this might sound a bit over dramatic, but I would consider letting Shepard just sit out for like until week 13 or 14 or something. Like, he really needs to take some major time off, maybe the whole season. Maybe that's a bit too dramatic, but he really needs to take some time off. You know what I mean? Literally get some medical professional help and just stay away from football for a while, you know?
Yeah. And CP, that's the guy, Chris Borland. Yeah, he was like a rookie middle linebacker who, like, or not rookie middle linebacker. He's on his rookie contract. He had to retire because of that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm not opposed to it. Like, I hope it's not that serious, but I would do it in a heartbeat. If Sterling Shepard needs to be put on IR and needs to sit out the rest of the season, I'm doing it. I don't want to risk his health. I don't want to risk anything like that. And on top of that, we're not going to risk it for this season. That we're not making the playoffs. We're not on a Super Bowl run.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah.
So don't even risk it. Put him on IR. Make sure he's healthy for next year, and let's get going here. You know. So
exactly.
There's that.
There's also what you just said, Nate, is why I've said a couple of times, like in a couple of my videos, don't rush Saquon back, because if he needs to go on IR, which he obviously doesn't because he's a freak of nature, let him go on IR. And I'm glad that they didn't, that he's not going to be in the game on Thursday for Patriots, because I'm like, good. Even though he's took like an extra week, so to speak, he's still back early. Dude is still way ahead of schedule. Let him sit out until, Cardinals, maybe even later if he needs to, because you don't want to risk that either. That's your best receiver out, and that's a human life, thinking about it that way. And it's the same thing for Saquon.
And the funny thing is, for Saquon Barkley, I think if the Giants somehow won that game and was relatively healthy, if Sterling Shepard was healthy and the Giants won that game, I think Saquon comes back this week. I think they try to rush him back and the doctors clear him.
Yeah.
But because we're losing so many guys, because we have no chance in hell we're beating New England and no chance in hell we're making the playoffs now that that's all going downhill, I think now they're like, okay, now Saquon we're gonna wait till he's fully healthy. But should we have beat Minnesota, I think there will be some serious
There was a strong chance he's probably going to be back.
Serious chances that Saquon would have played in that game.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. Since 2017, I don't know, maybe somebody in the chat could look it up, but the Giants have to be like top 5, top 3 or something in injuries since 2017.
Oh, my God.
In 2017, we were a top 5 team because, like, our entire receiving core went out. Last year, we had guys all over the place, and then this year, it's, like, all over on our defense, and the receiving core, again, it's, like, for 3 straight years. I don't know if that's actual stat, but it feels like we're just always injured every single year.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. We're always hit with the injury bug. Us and the Washington Redskins. We never catch a break. Every single year, it's us and the Redskins just beat up time and time again at every single position.
Man, I don't even know, man. You already mentioned Thursday. Realistically speaking, and I'm not sure. Did you put out your preview video yet? I'm not sure about that.
Not yet. I'm putting it up tomorrow.
Okay, then. So I guess you won't want to say too much, but I'll give my take on it, a short take from me. Bro, we got like a snowball chance in deep Florida of winning this game on Thursday, man. Like,
oh man, yeah.
There's like a 99.99999% chance we lose this game. Like, there's just no way. Like, for real, the way Nate Solder is playing, so bad. Right?
Yeah.
We're down to our third string running back, who isn't really that good.
And our fullback.
For some reason, we didn't even sign anybody. Yeah, and our fullback. I'm not sure what the case is at middle linebacker. We're even worse at the middle linebacker position. That's depending whether or not Alec Ogletree and Tay Davis come back, because I've seen some tweets out there that they might come back this week or next week.
Yeah, Tay's coming back, but I think Alec is unlikely.
Okay, yeah, it's just like, there's no way, man. This like... Oh man, this is just like honestly kind of like a throwaway game. So what I'm looking for is going to be improvement in coaching, because I said it last week. I acknowledged many times that this is a transition year. I said, yeah, guys, it's a transition year. I said that before the season. I said that during the season. I'm not expecting playoffs realistically, but that doesn't excuse the terrible coaching there was last week.
Yeah. Yeah, the play calling was absolutely terrible last week. Terrible. Going forward on fourth down in the red zone.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for some better, diversity on the offensive side, and then for James Betcher to actually adjust on the defensive side.
Yeah, they need to adjust on both sides of the ball, and I honestly don't know. Like, they kind of have their hands tied, right? Because the inside linebacker position is so beat up. They have to run more defensive backs, even in running formations that the Patriots are going to put out there with extra linemen and more tight ends, things like that. I mean, they have to put more defensive backs on the field because our linebackers suck, and we're beat up there. And so it's going to be, James Betcher's hands are tied there. And on top of that, against New England's defense, how is the offense going to move the ball down the field with not being able to run the ball with Jonathan Hilliman? And they have to be careful. Mm-hmm. They have to be careful with not giving him too much reps, because he may even get hurt. If he gets hurt, we have Eli Penny at running back, and that's it, man.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
That's it.
If he gets hurt, put in Eli Manning, bro. You did 2 Eli's at running back, bro.
Put Eli and Daniel Jones running read options.
We joke about it, but with our luck, it's Jesus.
God.
With our luck, my God. Finally, because I do have to get back to this, but the last thing I would like to say is you made a great point on the Vikings game in your Vikings recap that I just want to touch upon. We could have really tied up that game through field goals, or at least closed the gap through field goals, and when we had many chances to, but for whatever reason we didn't take them. What's your take on that? Like, why do you think Sherman didn't take them? And I guess just reiterate what you thought about us just not taking field goals.
Yeah, I think Shurmur straight up got a little too cocky against his former team and wanted to put it to them. I think he honestly wanted to score a lot of points, and he wanted to get it done in a quick way. And, he was successful in the beginning where we had that Darius Slayton touchdown, but it dwindled out after that. We went for it 2 times in the red zone and was unsuccessful. And, we should have kicked our field goals. And he got a little too confident. He got a little too cocky. And he wanted to really put it to his former team. And, I mean, it cost us the game, man. We could have went into the fourth quarter down just 9 points. We could have went into the fourth quarter 25-16, and that's a manageable game right there, man. But you don't give a team, especially a defense that's been fighting for the whole game, you don't give them very good team morale when you're going into the fourth quarter down 25-10. At that point, a defense is probably thinking, okay, we could stop them so many times, but is the offense going to score? So it comes to that, and I'm not happy about it. I think going against New England, if we're in the freaking red zone and it's fourth down, I don't care if we're on the 5-yard line, the 8-yard line, the 4-yard line, kick your field goal. Just kick the field goal. I just want you to play conservative, chip away at the lead, and be grateful that you're in those situations and kick your field goals. So that's my take on it.
I completely agree, man. Especially if we're in New England and we are gonna be down. You know what I'm saying? Just chip away at it, bro. That actually works sometimes. Chipping away at the lead. So
yeah.
That's really all I got tonight because I do have to get back, man. Thank you for having me on as always. You're a great YouTuber, man. Shout out to you, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate you calling in, buddy.
Have a good one, man.
All right, see you. All right, guys. That was the Hub. Make sure you guys sub up to the Hub. He's another Giants content maker. He has a great voice, man. He's a beautiful voice. Beautiful voice. He knows what he's talking about. He's a lot of fun. So make sure you guys sub up my guy, the Hub. Mr. Mike Nixon.
I made it on. Oh my goodness gracious.
What's up, buddy?
Not much, brother. How are you, man?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing good. Oh, man.
What you thinking, man? What you feeling? What you thinking?
I'm just thinking, why our Giants haven't picked up a running back yet?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh,
fucking grinds my gears, man.
grinds my gears, man. My gears are about to fall off, man. It's ridiculous. Why can't we get some Jay Ajayi or somebody in there? Orleans Darkwall, for crying out loud. Somebody.
Exactly.
Somebody.
We cannot go into this game with two running backs.
Yep. Not even two, man. We're talking about a fullback and a running back.
Exactly. hey, Jabril Peppers can play both ways. He plays some running back. He plays some running back at Michigan.
You're right, and Pat Shurmur did say he's our last option. So I mean, if we see Jabril Peppers,
did he really say that?
He said that back in the offseason, he was like, he plays on offense, and we want to use him to the best of our ability, so we could use him on something like that. And I was like, Jesus, I hope he's not serious about that. But now that you just said that. I think that's literally the reason why they haven't signed a running back. If I see Jabril Peppers at running back, I will flip. I'm going to flip my table.
What if he, like, flip in a good way or a bad way?
No, in a bad way. Because especially if he gets hurt playing running back, oh my God, we're going to send a riot to him, man. We're going to send a riot to Pat Sherman.
I can only imagine watching stream and the first play is Jabril Peppers out there and he breaks an 80-yard run. You probably.
Oh, if he does that.
Hey, it could happen. Let's face it. The last time we played the Patriots, the first play of the game, Odell broke it for 80 yards.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
Oh well, I mean, there's always a first play Golden Tate 80-yard touchdown. We keep the trend going. Two times in a row we faced the Patriots. We get an 80-yard touchdown on the first play.
Well, hopefully.
It's sad, man. All these injuries, man.
Yeah.
It's just, and we were in a good spot too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
and we go down. Well, I shouldn't say if we are going to go down 2-4. You just gotta be realistic here. There's just no way we can win this game. There's just no way.
Yeah.
I'm down. I mean, right now, Daniel Jones is good and all, but we don't got much to work with.
Absolutely right, man.
We just don't. My hope is we just keep it close.
I know. I hope we see fight. That's what I hope for. I hope we see some consistent fighting out there. I want the Giants to never give up. I don't care if they if they're down 31-0. I want them to keep fighting in this game.
Yeah,
get pumped up and do what you got to do, man. I don't want to see laziness. I don't want to see lazy tackling, lazy running, fumbles, and drop balls, things like that.
Yeah, and I know you said earlier you want Chase Young. That might be the way we might finish. It may be like impossible, because I mean, we're still good. I think we're still good enough. Like we'll beat Arizona. The Jets is always debatable, especially it's just two in-houses going up against each other. Basically, you can never really call that. I mean, I feel like defensively, they're a little bit better than us. Offensively, can go either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Offensively, so that game could go either way. We better goddamn beat the Miami Dolphins, or I'll just be embarrassed. I'll just be embarrassed to be a Giants fan after that.
And Mike, I was thinking about that game too, and I was like, if the Miami Dolphins get their first win against the Giants, wouldn't that be the most Giants thing to ever happen? Like that type of stuff always happens to us.
Won't be their first win because I am on the fence right now. If there's one team that's going to give up Miami's first win, it's going to be this week against the Redskins. I'm almost on the fence on that because
you think so?
I'm almost on the fence on it because the Redskins as well are playing like a bunch of like a peewee team.
Yeah, I mean they both suck. They both really suck.
They got three quarterbacks. They got three quarterbacks of who don't know, and the coaches don't know who they want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
They
just fired their head coach. They just fired
their head coach. I mean, they just hired their offensive line coach as the interim head coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's not pretty right now for them. It's not pretty for them. So that's why I said on the fence that if anybody can give up that first win, it might be the Redskins. But I might just give them a little bit of. I might just give them a little bit of hope as long as they start. I mean, to be honest, in a game like that, you got to start Keenum. You gotta. He just has the experience.
Yeah.
In a game, and then you know another key.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give Adrian Peterson the football?
Oh, they had no clue what they're doing over there, man. They've got no clue.
They want to get it feels like they want to get Chris Thompson involved, which I mean it's not bad. Chris Thompson is. I'm not going to say he's a trash running back. He's a good running back on a trash team.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere else he would succeed.
Yeah.
Anywhere else he would succeed. He had to succeed as a nice backup role for the Giants.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I like Chris Thompson. I feel bad for him that he's in the situation that he's in.
Yeah, he's like a poor man's Darren Sproles. I like Chris Thompson, like a poor man's Darren Sproles.
I mean, yes. I mean, how about fantasy this week, man? Freaking high score galore. I put up 200 on somebody this week.
Oh, really?
I put 200 on somebody. And I had McCaffrey in that league. I forget. I mean, I had Kittle. That's the main reason why I got the 200 last night. I thought I would have scored a little bit more, but Odell had to shit the bed.
Odell. Yeah, Odell's not getting too much. I think he had 30 yards last week and like a couple yards this week. Like, yikes.
I feel so bad for him, man. I feel so bad for him. And that's at the end of the day, even though he bats us, he's still my guy. He's still my guy. I want to see him do well. And I said that from the beginning when we traded him. I was like, it sucks that we traded him, but I'm not going to bash him in, even as much as he bashed us. He's still my guy, and I still want to see him succeed.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see what
happens. I bought his damn jersey when he was a Giant. So I love the pick, and I'm not going to bash. That's my guy, and I hope he does well.
Yeah, that's understandable.
It's almost to the fence. It's almost to the fence though that he may be speaking right. Sent me to the Browns to die almost because look, they're dying right now.
I know.
They're dying right now.
Dying is an understatement, Mike Nixon. They're deceased. They are deceased. They're imploding from within, man. I'm just waiting.
And you want to know what the main problem is?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield. It's Baker Mayfield.
Exactly.
Freaking Mayfield.
I almost bought into the hype. And I was like, I want to say I did buy into the hype, because I waited rounds and rounds where I could have got other quarterbacks. Not saying, I want to go after Baker Mayfield, but I mean, if you're going Baker Mayfield in like the 9th or 10th round, especially we can all say that he had a very good rookie season, and getting him in like the 9th or 10th round could almost be a steal. You know what I mean? Well, it ended up being the Bucks there. Because now I'm in fences where, okay, I have Baker as my starter, and I picked up Daniel Jones in fantasy, and it's like, who am I going with this week? Because I'm not going to go Daniel. I'm not really going to go Daniel Jones against the Patriots.
But then you got then Cleveland against Seattle is going to be an issue.
Exactly.
Seattle,
Exactly. I feel bad for the Browns. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do.
I don't feel bad for them no more. Just because of what Baker Mayfield said about Giants fans and the Giants organization.
Yeah.
What OBJ did. I had it coming.
I feel bad for like some of like the other players. Like I feel bad for Odell. I feel bad for like a Nick Chubb. You know what I mean?
Oh, Nick Chubb. Yeah.
I feel bad.
Love Nick Chubb.
I feel bad for Jarvis.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Jarvis. And you can also argue too, like, 'cause they have a really good defense, but they're just boggled with injuries. Like, you got Denzel Ward and Greedy Williams both out for them.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for some of the other talents, like I said, Odell, Njoku, Landry, the guys like, well, Odell just because he's my guy, but like the other guys like that deserve to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. It's just sad for all of them. It's just sad for all of them, and it's the quarterback play right now. But I mean, we can't completely go out there and say, "Oh, Baker Mayfield's going to be a bust." Everybody has a sophomore slump.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Everybody has a sophomore slump. But it doesn't mean he comes back next year and plays the same way. No, I mean, he could come back. He could come back out next year and play up to what his rookie season was, or even better. It's just people got film on him now, and it's showing.
Yeah.
People got film on him, and he's struggling. It happens to the best. It happens to the best. And look at Todd. Had a really good rookie year, and look what happened his sophomore year. He played like complete shit. So I mean, it's gonna happen. Like I'm just telling everybody, like don't give up on him. I don't like him. I don't like him for him bashing the Giants. But don't give up and don't say the man is a bust just yet, because it's his sophomore year, and you never know what the future can hold.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with Baker. I still think he's a good. Like, I did a video on him earlier before the stream, and I said, he's not a bad quarterback. He just has a target on his back, So it's gonna those defenses are gonna play better than they've ever played against Baker Mayfield, because they wanna be the guys to shut him down, So.
But going back to the draft real quick before I let you go, because I know you got some callers. I want you. I want Jerry Jeudy. We need to add some weapons. We just need to add a little bit more weapons to Daniel Jones, especially what's going on with Shepard. And I mean, honestly, I would say, because I don't think we're going to make it to the playoffs. I still stand true to what my record was in the beginning of the year: 6-10, 7-9.
Yeah.
And like the last caller that said, maybe you do rest him for a good point of the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Let him get his mind straight. You don't want to rush him back out there to get another concussion, because, to be completely honest, that's what I think happened. I think they rushed Shepard out there because of the success that we were having with Daniel Jones at quarterback. I think we just rushed him. You need to give him a while. I'm maybe reevaluate him in 5 weeks and see where it's at. Then you can't rush it. You can't rush it. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, because I've been arguing people in like Discord and stuff. Oh, we're completely rushing Barkley back. I can understand that, but if he feels like he's 100% and the doctors feel like he's 100%, he's at 100%. Why not let him go out there and test the waters? You don't have to necessarily. I mean, obviously now I'm kind of glad with it because we don't have Gallman. But if Gallman never got hurt and you have Gallman still, you let Barkley test the waters this week against New England. Give him a quarter, give him a couple drives, see how he's feeling, see how the waters are testing for him. And if it's just not working for him, you just let Gallman go out there and let Gallman do Gallman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously we can't do that now, so it's for the best decision right now. That I would even say. I wouldn't necessarily bring Barkley back until Gallman's ready to come back.
Yeah.
Because I don't have trust in Hillman at all. He's fumbling the ball. We can't rely on Elijah Penny to be a running back for us. Him being a fullback, and I mean, even though we were just joking around about Peppers, we can't expect him to go out there and play both ways of the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe if you want to give him 3 or 4 carries, just to change something up. I'll stick it to 3. I'll stick it to 3.
I'll stick it to 0. How about that? I don't want him
I feel you.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can always do something, throw in like a gadget play or whatever.
Yeah,
if you want to do that.
A gadget play, we'll see. But I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I fully believe we shouldn't bring Barkley back until Gallman's ready. And Gallman's a concussion, right?
Yeah, concussion protocol too.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know what? At this point, we see what Daniel Jones can do. We see what Daniel Jones can do. Maybe shit. We rest Barkley, Gallman, and Shepard for 5 weeks and see where the progression's at after that.
Yeah, that seems like a plan.
I don't want to completely throw away the season, but you can't mess around with concussions. I know Barkley's an ankle, so maybe we can bring Barkley back. Maybe in 3 weeks. Maybe in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe in 3 weeks. But like, you can't rush the stuff with Gallman. You can't rush the stuff with Sterling Shepard. You just can't at that point now. But it was great talking to you. It's always good talking to you. One more thing before we go. My team ended up getting smacked on Friday night. We lost 34-6.
Oh damn, man! You guys still in the playoff race? Or?
We should be. We got a pretty tough game next week, which we might end up losing. We're playing a really good team, but our homecoming game is a very manageable game, and it'll pretty much be like a must win for us. So I think at the end of the day, we will sneak in there. We'll end up probably playing the same team that we just played.
All right, buddy.
Which I'm kind of fond of because they didn't get to see the best of us, and they have to try to go and beat us a second time. So hopefully next time that we play them, we just play our best.
Hopefully, yeah, man. Hopefully you guys still are in the playoff race.
Yeah, but it's always good talking to you, bro. Everybody on this channel, if you haven't sub Kid Blue up, please do so. He's a great YouTuber. He's a great Giants YouTuber. And he's just a great person to talk to, football, or whatever, and I always enjoy talking football with you, brother.
I appreciate it, man. I always enjoy you calling in, man.
And one more last thing. Great doing business for you this morning.
Oh yeah.
I needed that. That first one I was like, why is he trying to take Michael Thomas from me?
Yeah, I know. I just threw a shot in the wind, man. I just do something in there, you know.
I feel you, but I mean, thanks for the trade. You kind of helped me out, but I mean, now I kind of left you in a bind because you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I know. I gotta find a quarterback for them. No, because I don't need Marcus Mariota anyway because they have the same bye week as Aaron Rodgers. So I mean, I just got rid of him.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I feel you.
All right, buddy.
But all right, brother. I'll talk to you next time, and I'll try to pop in the stream a little bit on Thursday. I know my dad probably coming over to watch the game with me, so.
All right, man.
But, all right, bro. Good talking to you, and have a good one.
All right, man. You too. Bye. All right. Oh, we got calls. We got a lot of calls. What's going on, man? You are live. Who's this?
Oh, this is Nations. What's up, Kid Blue?
Nations. What's going on, man? Hold on, Nations. This is really Nations?
Yeah.
His balls are dropping. Okay.
Yo.
The last time I heard your voice, dude, you were you're a squeaker.
I know, right?
All right. My God, Nation's getting up there. What's up, man? What's going on?
What's up? Bro, why can't you have a PlayStation? Why you gotta have an Xbox, man? We could have been a dynamic duo and franchise. You got Chris and a Bad Dog. You got Rover and Jet Central. And then you could have had Kid Blue and Big Blue, man. Come on now.
Yeah, man.
You gotta get a PlayStation, man.
We'll see about that, man. I don't know. PS5's coming out. Everybody's talking about it so far. So I don't know. We'll see if we make a change. We'll see about that.
Yeah, we gotta try to do that, man. We gotta try to do that because there's so many people, man. You gotta get a PlayStation, man.
Yeah.
Got it.
We'll see.
But yeah. So how do you feel on do you agree with the fact that you think that we could be 4-4 at week 8? Because I think that most likely we're gonna obviously I'm not gonna root against the Giants and I'm not gonna give up on them because you never know what can happen. Eli did it twice in the Super Bowl, but to be fair, that was a completely different team. But most likely, chances are, I would say there's like an 80% chance we lose to the Patriots. They're undefeated so far. They're a really good team. Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick knows his team a lot. He used to coach here. I don't see us beating the Patriots. I'm not going to give up because you never know what can happen, but most likely we're not beating the Patriots. So then we'll drop down. But I think the next 2 weeks after we go against the Patriots, we could probably have a really good chance of winning both of those games. I can see us beating the Cardinals definitely. What was the other team? Was the other team the Lions?
I think we face the Lions. I do think we face the Lions after that as well.
I think we could beat the Lions. I think we can.
Yeah.
I can see us beating the Lions, going 4-4, and then at that point, at that point we should have Barkley back. If not next week to Arizona, you think he'll be playing? But when we go against Arizona,
I'll tell you right now, if we look somewhat relatively healthy and we actually fight well against New England, we may see Barkley back because there was a big question mark whether he was coming back in this game. I think if this game was a Sunday game, he may even play this game. So I think against Arizona we'll get Saquon Barkley back.
Yeah, I think so too. And I know this is a very short call. I didn't want to make it long at all. But for the draft, would you? I know it's really early. I know everybody's jumping to the draft. I'm not giving up on the season or anything.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, from the draft, would you rather let's say we go 5th overall or 4th overall? Probably not going to happen. But if we do go 4th overall, like I said, probably not going to happen. But let's say we do. Hypothetically, we select 4th overall, and would you? And Jerry Jeudy is still there. CeeDee Lamb is still there. Most likely not, but I'm saying, hypothetically, would you go pass rusher or would you get another receiver to help Daniel Jones?
A lot of people are gonna go wide receiver. I'm going pass rusher, man.
I don't know how you could go wide receiver. With the defense we have this year, I think if you add a ton of new players on defense during free agency, I would agree with taking another pass rusher, especially if you could add some veterans, which we already have on the team. Let's talk about Marcus Golden for a minute, man.
He's beating expectations,
he's been playing. Yeah, he's been playing so well. I didn't even know who he was before he joined the Giants. I didn't even know he was a player in the NFL.
Oh wow, yeah, he was all right for Arizona. Had one good season, but pretty much was irrelevant after that. But man, he's beating expectations. I watched him on film, and a lot of these guys like O'Shane Ximines, Dexter Lawrence, a lot of their sacks are from Marcus Golden. Him getting the pressure and the quarterback running right into those guys. So Marcus Golden has been a really key guy on this team, and the stat sheet doesn't even begin to show it, but he's the leading sack leader right now for the Giants, and he could have had a sack last week, but it was called back. The play was called back, and he's looking good, man. He is really looking good.
Yeah, he's been a beast so far. And, when I was watching last week's game, I was so mad. DeAndre Baker got that tackle, obviously, and he looked down at that guy. I don't know how you can call that taunting. And, I don't know how that was taunting. They said he was standing over him. From what I saw, he wasn't standing over him. He was just looking down at him. I don't know how you can't look down at a player after you get a tackle. But, I guess you can't. I don't know. It seems like, have you seen the situation with Clay Matthews? He's still getting flagged.
Oh, my God.
Day.
He's still getting flagged. I know. I seen it. He's still getting flagged. And the guy's like, what the hell?
What can you do?
Oh man, they just hate Clay Matthews, man. They hate him.
I don't know why. Like, so many sacks, even from last year, were clean, and they say they call it. They call flags. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. I don't get it.
I don't know, man. Don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And one last thing. I know this is very short. But what can you see? All right, for the trade deadline, what would you? All right, name 3 players, if you can name 3, that you would consider trading, and what you would value, what value you would settle for them.
Oh, I love that question. Ooh, I like that question. All right. First guy, my number 1 guy I'm trading is Janoris Jenkins. It's my number 1 guy I'm trading. And the fact that he has 2 interceptions so far in the season, I want him to play good. I want him to play well because that means we'll get some good value for him. Now, I don't see us getting more than probably the top. The top I see is like a 4th round pick. That's the highest I see us getting Janoris Jenkins. But my realistically, we're probably getting a 5th round pick for him. As far as another player, I don't really know. It depends on the team that we're trading with. But he's a good option. What's another good trade? Trade. Oh, we could trade Nate Solder. I mean, that's an option there. We could try. It would be hard to replace him right now because we don't have anybody to replace him. But I know a lot of people are upset about Nate Solder. He's not, playing up to his contract. But Nate Solder is a guy I would think about trading. Not that I probably would. And
what would the dead cap be if you traded Nate Solder? What would we take in for a cap hit?
If we trade him, we'll only have to take dead cap for this year, so they'll carry on his cap for the rest. So, for this year, I believe he's making $16 million this year, and I think I don't know how much cap we would have probably eat up. We'll probably eat up 11 or 12, but that's what I'm seeing right now. But if we trade him, it'll only just be for this year. Next year, it wouldn't be because the other team would take his contract. So, if we cut him, that's different. If we cut him, then we got to give him everything. So, it's different, but I can't name another player. I don't know who else because we're just so beat up at every position. I don't know who else we would trade. I just don't know who's worth trading.
I mean, realistically, I don't know either. There's just not enough depth.
Yeah, no depth. Nobody to replace the guys we would trade.
Yeah, but and like I said, I know it was a really short call, but I had a long time, so I had to make it short. It's
all good, man. I like the short calls. That means I can get some more people. I can get everybody in.
Yeah, always a positive.
All right,
peace, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you calling in, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you having me. Peace out, man.
All right, man. That was my guy, Nation. I saw 201 call a lot. 201 calling now. Okay, hold on. What is going on? You are live. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Loopy, what's going on, man?
Yeah. What's up, bro? I was going to make a few points on the Patriots. I haven't been able really to listen what your key to the games were, but I think a very obvious one, and you would definitely agree with me on this, is the main thing whenever you're going to beat Tom Brady, and everyone knows this, he loves to step up in the pocket. His feet in the pocket are possibly some of the best in football. So the main thing, we need a huge game from DJ Hill once again. Dexter Lawrence has actually been surprisingly pretty good. I didn't love the pick, but he's actually been pretty good. Now the reason why this doesn't come up on the stat sheet, and we were talking about this earlier on inside the stream, inside a 3-4, and we were saying this, you need to have good linebackers in a 3-4 defense.
Yeah.
The main objective, all the D linemen are doing is just clogging up holes, and then the next player's got to make the tackle. And these guys are invisible. And ever since Conley went down, actually they bent 45. I don't even know who the hell he was. He was awful. They benched him halfway through the game. They said enough of him.
Oh yeah, I think that was Stupar or Mayo. Someone I forgot.
He was terrible. They got his ass out.
Garbage.
He was awful.
Yeah.
So now, but that's a big thing. Another thing with the Patriots and a lot of people don't. This season, what the Patriots want to do, the reason why they went receiver first round, Gronkowski retired, so the past couple of years when they had Gronkowski, they were going smash mouth, 2 tight ends, really running the ball hardcore. They picked up Antonio Brown for a reason. They went receiver first round. They wanted to go stretch. Now they're coming into this game very banged up. If you look at New England, if they have, they can get predictable with this. If Sony Michel's in the game, you fucking know it's run. If James White is in the game, you know it's pass. They can get predictable with that, and I've seen them do that shit. So they should be all over that. If you see James White in the game, I don't care if it's first down, it doesn't matter. If James White's in the game, it's going to be passed 85% of the time. And also too, that's the main thing. If you try to bring extra, because we're not getting a pass rush generated unless we send the heat, which is why you were talking about sending guys from the secondary. They're not getting a pass rush unless they send the pressure. What the Patriots do all the fucking time is that if you send the heat, all they're going to do is dump it off to James White, and then he's going to run, catch and run for however many yards, because the guy who's supposed to be covering him is going after the quarterback. And they've been doing that shit for how many years? I mean, they pretty much won the Super Bowl doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm dead serious. That James White is there, but that's the genius of Belichick. Because Belichick, Giants, we fucking whacked him, destroyed Tom Brady. So what Belichick did, he went out in the draft, he drafted 2 tight ends, and just went short pass. Most passes coming out of play fake, he's dumped Randy Moss. And this season, if you notice, they were actually going to go back to the stretch. And they were literally, I think that they were trying. Now, I think the game on Thursday is going to be very low scoring. I think you're going to get a New England team that's going to try to run the ball hardcore on us, just because they have so many injuries at receiver. And I don't know if Dorsett's playing. I know we're really banged up. So I'm going to have, if we get the same production out of it, I really think that Benny Fowler should be signed back. I don't know.
I know. Me too. Yep.
Because I actually think he's better than Corey Latimer.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm also in agreement with you. Yeah.
You know what it is? Latimer gets a lot more slack because he was a former second-round pick.
Yeah.
So what probably ended up happening was the Giants I don't know what draft they were probably pretty high on him going into the draft, and then he got cut. So now they're like, oh, second-round value at nothing. But really, Corey Latimer doesn't get any separation. The biggest problem with Corey Latimer, whenever we go to run a go, and this is the problem with all our receivers, they're getting pinned on the sideline.
Yeah.
The corners, giving Jones nowhere to put the ball, and then when he puts it in the only possible spot, they're not high pointing it. They're waiting for it to come down and drop in their hands. Even and it's unfortunate that we don't have Shepard. Even Shepard on the one play where his face mask got all turned, he didn't even know where the ball was. So I saw a lot of, and that was my biggest thing on Sunday. I thought there was a lot of plays to be made, and with the exception of Darius Slayton with that one catch. I felt like, because even that fourth down in the end zone, I thought Shepard could have caught that ball. It was a tough catch, but, pro-level receivers. But, like you guys were saying before, do not go after wide receivers at the draft. The NFL is very deep at receiver. We can pick up good receivers in the second, third, free agency. An elite pass rusher is not, there's some premium positions in this game. Obviously, the first being the quarterback. Second, probably being pass rusher, and then third, either a stud linebacker or like a corner or something. But I'm sorry, my mind's all over the place. I'm trying to get as many points as I can. I'm trying to get it plowed down as many points as I can. Another thing, we said it before. Julian Love. I don't know where he is. I'm starting to, because if you really look at it, we're not getting anything out of the say. If Julian Love was any good, you think they throw him out there. So that's what's kind of scary to me. I think they're kind of hiding him because Bethea, we're not getting jack shit out of Bethea. And like I was saying, he's lining. I don't know if it's Betcher. I don't know who the hell this is, but he's lining up way too far back. There's certain plays even no man would. You don't see him on the screen. He's 25 yards back. That don't help us. And that's another thing with our defenses. The corners tend to play far back. That's a problem with the whole NFL in general, because that's another thing. DeAndre Baker, we shouldn't even have drafted him. That it was just a stupid pick. There was better corners on the board.
Yeah, Byron Murphy, that guy.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, he's better. But anyway, the thing is with Baker is fucking DeAndre Baker. He's better pressed at the line of scrimmage in your face
Yep.
They don't want to put him there because we don't have any. There's no backup. If he gets burned, he gets burned. So they're putting him in kind of a lot of situations where you see him getting confused. It's a simple just him missing his assignment, or just a simple mental error where he's not taking. For example, if he's in quarter coverage and he's on the backside of the play, and he has to if the backside receiver is running a dig, he's responsible for taking him inside. And I saw a play against the Bills. I saw a play against the Bills. He was lined up directly in front of a receiver. The receiver just trying to go, and he's breaking inside and I was just like, I've never really seen a corner do that.
Yep.
He's just getting confused. And that I don't know if that's on the coaching staff or if they're not putting him in the correct situations, because when they drafted him, he was supposed to be a press corner at the line, and I don't know. I haven't seen him being played like that once. The only corner that we had that gets up at the line and gets a little dirty is Star Sanders. The rest of them are fucking 10 yards back, playing playing soft as hell, and like you said, the crossing routes got exploited last game because we had no linebackers. We're trying to get away with playing a 3-4 with no linebackers, and that's a big issue with what we're doing.
Huge
on
issue.
offense. On offense, as far as Nate Solder goes, I was saying, me personally, because it's going to be a tough contract to dump. It really is.
Yeah.
If we wanted to move him to right tackle, which I've seen teams do this before. I've seen teams you can, I'm not saying kick him in at guard or anything like that. I'm saying if you want to kick him to right tackle and then address the left tackle, and because Remmers we can drop in the blink of an eye. He's just a Dave Gettleman's Band-Aid. He really has. Yeah, he's not very good, and he's very replaceable.
And he's a 1-year deal guy too. We only signed him for 1 year anyway.
Yeah, screw him. We don't need him. William Hernandez is actually playing good. William Hernandez has been really good. It's just with him, he gets every game he's due for one stupid penalty every fucking game.
Yes.
It's a timely hold or some unnecessary roughness or something. He's been good. The guards have been pretty good. The center, I've never been big on John Halapalo. I don't know what this organization sees in this guy. He was one of because last season he played like 2 games decent. He got hurt, and then all of a sudden he turned into the stud center that, oh my God, wait till you see Halapalo. And Halapalo sucks. He's horrible. He was so miserable last game. He fucking blows. We need a center, man. I honestly, I think I like Weston Pittsburgh better.
Weston Richburg.
Weston Pittsburgh is probably better than him, and he was missing games over a headache. I don't know. He was no offensive lineman, but one point. I don't even know who the special teams coach is. Right? Wait, is it still Todd Quinn? Or did they dump him?
No, I believe it's something else. Something no, I don't know, something like that.
Well, you know what? Other than, I'll tell you this one thing: the punter. Don't be surprised if New England blocks a punt this week, because our punter Dixon is a ticking time bomb. He's waiting for one to get blocked. The coverage has been excellent.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
The return game, it's been uncanny. I haven't seen it, honestly, because our special teams are usually fucking awful, and that's hitting yards.
Yeah.
We used to never be able to pin a team deep, or every time we punted to another team, I'd be holding my breath. I was waiting for someone to run
I
back.
know.
But
now Cody Core and Antonio Hamilton, they're really putting in, man. They're really going on.
No. The Gunners are playing. They're getting there, man.
Yep.
The coverage has been good, so I'm actually happy with the special teams. Other than like I said, New England is always known. New England will fucking put on at any angle. If they did a one block, I wouldn't be shocked at all. I'm expecting Thursday. I'm expecting a low score game.
I hope so.
I'm expecting New England to try to run the ball, and I was thinking, maybe, I don't know, this is going to sound crazy, maybe we might even go single wing on them. And I don't know if Ingram's playing. Is Ingram going to play or not?
Is who?
Ingram.
No, he's got a sprained MCL. It's very unlikely that he's going to play.
fuck. All right.
know.
You know what? So that's out the window. Damn, man. No, seriously, because we can't even go 2 tight end now. Should we bring in another back or man?
I want to,
I don't
but
know.
we don't have enough time. I want to, but I mean the game is 2 days away.
Yeah. And Hillman's just fumbled like crazy. I don't know what.
Yeah.
And how surprising is it that fucking Wayne Gallman had the concussion? It's not surprising at all to me. His style of run, he doesn't. You know what the big thing with Wayne Gallman? He absorbs too many hits. He doesn't deliver punishment. He just absorbs punishment. He's banging into everybody. You see the way he runs? He's just hammering into everyone. He literally looks for contact and slams into him. So I'm not. His career. If I'm telling you, if he doesn't have a long career in this league, you'll know why. Because his style of run, he's definitely not he's not looking to make people miss. He's going through you, and I don't know about him. But no, seriously. And what the hell is that? Marcus Golden has been very good. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm actually very impressed with him because I'm not impressed with any ex-Cardinal. So this is why this bet your hire is a little. One question that I have you seen the 30 for 30 for hold on 1 second. The Belichick and the Parcells 30 for 30.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, well, if you have time one day and watch it, I'm telling you right now, and this goes back to the Tones F marriage. I'm telling, and I'm not kidding. Belichick is going to end his career with the Giants, and you heard it here first. I'm dead serious. I'm dead fucking serious with this. He is going to leave the Patriots, and he is going to come to the Giants. And if he's too old to be a head coach, he's going to be up in the booth as a GM, and the McDaniels can come over and take the head coach, and it's going to be because he wants to end his career with the Giants. He spent 10 years here as an assistant and he betrayed the Giants organization. He was supposed to be the Giants' next coach, and Parcells dropped the ball on that one. He let him go to Cleveland, and then Parcells quit anyway. So he was next one in line, and trust me, if you watch the documentary, the shot to the Giants locker room, he gets very emotional about it. The Giants actually tried to trade for him when that whole Garoppolo shit was going down.
Yeah.
Google Belichick Giants head coach. There was a lot of storm about this, and if the Mariners weren't so tone deaf, if they would have traded for Garoppolo, Bill Belichick would already be our head coach. If he would have traded,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. I So like I was saying, the other guy, I don't know. I got into an argument with someone about Mike McCarthy. We already saw enough of the Mike McCarthy shit with Ben McAdoo. Okay, Ben McAdoo was under Mike McCarthy. You know, Mike McCarthy, and I'm going to make this point one time because he's not even worth talking about. Mike McCarthy's offense couldn't work with the best passer of all time. It was backyard football. Aaron Rodgers running around pointing. He was pointing to spots and throwing people open. Like, if that's not designed offense, if you gave Aaron Rodgers, Andy Reid, or Sean McVay, or any one of these top coordinators, game over. You don't want Mike McCarthy is just a bum.
Yeah.
I think Shurmur, in my opinion, Shurmur is very good with the quarterbacks. I don't know if he's a leader of men, because if you watch his press conference, it's tough to pay attention to him for more than 5 minutes. So I think he's very smart with the QBs. I don't know if he's the answer as far as a leader, which is kind of because if this season, if they're looking to fire someone, I don't want them. You know, what's going to scare me is that if Daniel Jones starts getting used to Pat Shermer's offense, which you see this happen a lot. Yeah, if Daniel Jones starts getting used to Pat Shermer's offense, and they want to dump Pat Shermer and then bring in some weird defenses or some weird hire, and then Jones starts regressing and doesn't look as good as if he had Pat Shermer's left coast running with him. That's going to bother me, and I don't know how much of a leash they're giving Sherman. My biggest thing is with Gettleman. This was my thing. This was my whole thing with Dave Gettleman. My biggest thing with Dave Gettleman is since he's gotten here, he's under this impression that just because Jerry Reese drafted him, he's shit. And there was a couple players. Like I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Okay, guys like Kerry Wynn or Devin Kennard or what the hell was the name of that safety that we had? Andrew Adams, guys like that, or I don't know why we never got. He's probably the best safety when he got hurt. There's more guys. Who else was on the defense last year? I'm
Romeo Aquara.
Or who else? Fucking no. But guys like Devin Kennard and Kerry Wynn and some of these guys, even though they weren't the best, they're better than some of the shit that we have now.
Yeah.
So like one bust of a pick was Dalvin Tomlinson. That guy is horrible. He's not going to turn into a starter. But Kerry Wynn's better than him. I don't know why. Just because he's a Jerry Reese guy, he dumped him. And we have all new players. Like, so the whole defense is new. So what I expect throughout the year, since it's all, whether either it's a bunch of rookies or someone we signed, it's a bunch of new guys. So I think the defense will actually get better with time. It can't get worse. It can't be worse than the Dallas game and the Week 2 game. I'm throwing some blanks right now, but the defense is only going to get better. So if you don't see the defense improving and getting better, because another guy that he got rid of, and I'm happy he got rid of it. He got rid of Randy Collins and he replaced him with Peppers and shit. So this defense from top to bottom, up and down, is all new players. Okay, it's a whole new staff. It's a new coach. It's a whole new personnel. So this is Gettleman's defense now. It has his name on it. He has no one to blame, but he can't blame Reese for these picks. These are guys that he handpicked out. So if this defense continues to look like shit, he has no one to blame but him. No one, because he fucking handpicked the defensive coordinator and he handpicked all these players. So these players have his name on it. If this defense is not improving, then he's got to go. Because and we gave him a couple cracks at the O-line. He fucked up that. I mean, he brought back Flowers. That was fucking stupid. The other guy, the left tackle. Who the hell was the left tackle number 70 that we had? Umeda or whatever the fuck. He was the worst left guard anyone has ever seen.
Umame,
yeah. He was the worst left guard that anyone has ever seen. He got cut within 2 days. So, within 2 games. So we gave him a few chances with the O-line. Now it looks okay. It took him a while. So my biggest things with Gettleman is just taking him a while to get. I know it's tough with the spot that Jerry Reese put us in, because Reese had some shitty ass drafts.
Yeah.
And this is where we should have went Dilliard at 17, because Dilliard right now we could have had it solidified. We just moved Solder over to right tackle, bam, or if Dilliard wasn't ready, we can just put him at right tackle, which is a little bit easier than a left tackle. It's almost the same position nowadays in the NFL. And you saw the Eagles are smart enough, because the Eagles go out and they get the best right tackle in the game, Lane Johnson, knowing that right tackle is almost as important as a left, and we don't got to pay as much. And that's where Philly gets, if you look at it, Philly gets a lot of value out of. Okay, I'll give you another example.
Hold on. I'm probably going to have to let you go, man, since we have like 20 minutes on it. I want to get a couple more people in before I end it.
I'll give you a call every time, man. It was nice talking to you.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, make sure you hold that thought.
All right, I appreciate it. I'm a new subscriber. Let's go, Giants. Thank you, bro.
All right, appreciate that, Loopy.
Peace.
Thanks, man. All right, that was Loopy. Yeah, he brought up a lot of good points, so I kind of let him talk there, man. But hold on, let's open up this call here. All right, what's going on? You're live. Who's this?
What's up, brother? We're the gamer with sports, man. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Hey, bro. Hey, last caller, man. Good spirits, but Jesus, man, just 5 minutes, bro. Jesus. 5 minutes. Good kid, man. Good kid. Yeah, he has a lot of spirit, but my God, bro.
What's up, brother?
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to say that on the radio, but hey, yeah, man, I've been subscribed to you guys, like you, Chris, and Bad Dog, for, since the beginning of this year, man. Watching you grow, because I know you're a lot younger than us, but doing a good job, brother. I just started my channel 2 months ago. Of course, I'm a huge Giants fan, bro. I remember you saying on one of your videos, you was a kid when you saw Eli Manning get drafted, dude. I was on my second tour in Iraq, bro.
Oh, really?
So,
wow.
Yeah, bro. I didn't get to really see the draft until afterwards, but yeah, man. Look, man. I'll just be realistic with you, man. With all these guys being out, especially with concussions, really worried about Sterling Shepard, man. he's having too many concussions, man. I just hope he's not one of those guys, man, where he's gonna have to retire at an early age, man, because of concussions, man. I just feel bad for the kid. Well, bad for the guy. You know, he's one of our best wide receiver playmakers right now, besides Evan Engram, and of course he's got that sprained MCL. I mean, we got guys out, man. You're looking at the starting lineup with Golden Tate.
Yeah, our roster is beat up. Starting roster beat up.
Yeah, and you know how Bill Belichick is gonna put his defense out there. We're gonna take out your best player. Well, we really have nobody. So besides Golden Tate, so they're not really gonna be worried about Golden Tate like that. I feel like the defense is gonna be like, hey, buddy, we're gonna rush 4, and we're gonna drop 7. Daniel Jones beat us. Yeah, that's the way I see it going. Especially with Saquon not being in there. I hope they don't put him in there. I would like to see him, but man, I'd rather be sure that he's 100%. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't want them to rush anything. This season's at a loss, and I don't want them to rush anything and potentially screw things up for the future.
For sure, man. But yeah, man. Realistically, man, I would like it for it to be a close game, but our defense has given up 280 yards in the passing game, man. Secondary, of course, I'm a Giants fan, bro. I'm gonna sit there and watch it, but Jesus, man, I hope it's not scorched, man. I mean, because of course, a few days ago, man, we, like you were saying on your video, man, that you put out a couple of days ago. It's like we left. It's a similar video that I put out. I mean, we left points out there. We had chances. The game was closer than what it looked. We were getting wrecked. I mean, the first half we kept it stabilized with Dalvin Cook. We had him under 48 yards rushing, but of course he had over 60 yards receiving. But I mean, second half came in and we got blown out, man. I mean, but I get it. It's the growing pains, man. But my God, how do you make Kirk Cousins look like a pro out there, man?
I know.
He is not that great, man. And you made him look like a Hall of Famer, man. It's the part that pisses me off, man.
Yards all season. The most passing yards, most completions, all that, man. It's just the Giants' way. Dude. It's the Giants' way at this point.
My God, man.
We allow players to set records. That's what we do. We allow players to set records.
Yeah, man. Of course, man. I mean, but it's going to come this year. I mean, sooner or later, I mean, all I want to see is progression every week. And, I thought it was getting there with those 2 first wins. I didn't care about the wins. Not that I don't care that we win. I do care, but it just looked like the secondary was progressing, especially that second half from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. And then you see, of course, Redskins ain't all that, but we had that. Our defense played phenomenal, and of course, they got 2 weapons on the Vikings. But my God, come on, man, really, man, come on, man.
I just hope we see some improvement. I just want to see improvement.
Yes.
Them to learn.
Yeah, man. I mean, gotta watch out. I think it's gonna be rush 4, drop 7. Daniel Jones is gonna have to beat him with the arm. I don't know. I don't. God forgive me, man, for saying this, but I don't foresee us winning. Yeah. I mean, I always have hope. But with all our all-stars, our superstars like that, like Evan Engram and Shepard and Saquon Barkley being out, I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I can't ever say never.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never say never, man. I mean, but look, man, love what you do, brother. I'm always watching your channel, man. Stay blessed, bro. Yeah, man, just one of these days, man, I'm growing my channel now, man, but one of these days I'll like to collab with you one day, man, on something on the Giants or anything, man.
For sure, man.
Take it easy, man. And love your stuff, man. And check me out, Rudy the Gamer with Sports, brother. You have a good one, bro.
All right, appreciate it, man. You too, and thank you for your service as well, man.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Peace.
All right, guys, that's going to be our last caller for today. I don't want to interrupt Chris the Entertainer's thing here. Oh, God, I got a bunch of calls, guys. I can't accept it. I can't accept it. Guys, I'm going to end this now. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. I love you all. You guys know I love you guys. But I gotta stop. I gotta stop it now. I'm going on a little too long. I'm overlapping Chris and the Bad Dogs. stream. So I'll see you guys there. I'll be in there. So love you guys. Make sure you guys leave a like before you go. Love you, Chris Sonora. You know I love you, Chris Sonora. Please come back next week, Chris Sonora. I would love to talk to you. I will, Chris Sonora, just because of what happened today, and Jalen Dawkins, I'll make sure you guys are the first callers next week, okay? You guys remind me as well, though. Jalen Dawkins, Chris Sonora, you guys are the first callers next week, okay? Just because I couldn't get you guys in this week, all right? So that being said, guys, thank you guys for joining in the stream. You guys are awesome. Make sure you guys leave a like before you guys go. Where's the Bag Dog stream? It's gonna be on Chris the Entertainer Talking Sports channel, I believe. I believe it's on their. I believe it's on Chris's channel. So make sure you guys check it out on there. And yeah, see you guys in the next stream.